It's Monday night. Maybe No Nut November in some places, but not in these woods. It's time for Toxic Femininity, brought to you by Midnight Sage. Welcome to the first episode of November 2021. Good morning, good evening, good night to everyone out there in YouTube land, and welcome to the hottest show on the internet with the hottest ladies around. That's right, we have Mandy. Like what? How are you doing tonight?
Like what? Hey, y'all. So, okay, my internet has just totally crapped out on me. And every time I try to go on camera, I freeze with a stupid stroke face look. And it's not what I like. So I'm over here looking all kinds of good. And yeah, I can't get on camera because I'm just a sado. But hi, everybody. It's Monday.
And we're not talking the good kind of stroke face either.
No.
Good Lord.
Also with us tonight, we have Nina. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, Tom. How are you doing?
Doing the best I can with what I got. And we're glad to have you here. And that's a colorful shirt there.
Yeah, it's because it's Day of the Dead in Mexico.
Oh, that's
so I'm
right.
Doing
yes.
a Mando.
Oh, interesting.
That's adorable.
That's very cool.
What is it?
Like
Deus
a sugar
skull.
skull.
How do you say it?
Yeah.
I can't even say it.
Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we used to have, when I lived in Texas, we used to have this this grocery store that the first day we moved there, somebody got shot in the parking lot, and we used to call it the Mercado de Muerte.
Oh my
Wow.
God, that's hilarious.
Don't go there.
We never went there after
God.
that.
Don't go
We're
there.
like, no, we're good.
People get shot all the
Oh,
time.
geez.
And last but definitely not least, our hostess with the most, she has Star Wars in her hair, kids.
Woo.
That's right. Miss Lorena Creel. How you doing?
I am doing good. I'm doing great. I'm doing better than good. I'm doing great because I'm here with my girls and I'm here with all of you out there in the chat. And this is always such an amazing way to kick off the week. Hanging out with you guys
It
while
is.
we get toxic up in here for all of you to enjoy.
Well, we're a week
by
before
the
the time
way-
change. Oh, go ahead, Nina. Sorry.
By the way, I watched Nightmare on Elm Street for Halloween.
Did you like it?
And-
What'd you think?
Man, that movie was ridiculous. In a good way. I was like, what the heck is going on? And there's just way too much blood, but it's so unrealistic. And you're like, what the hell is this? When the fountain of blood was coming out, I was like,
No, it is awesome. What are you talking
it's
about?
not that it's bad. It was just the most ridiculously, it was just so ridiculous, but good in a good way, not in a bad way.
Because it's supposed
Just
to
wait
be.
till you get to
it's
part 3.
not, Yeah, it's not realistic. It's this really weird, dreamy kind of thing where it's who would think of blood shooting up out of the bed and everything?
It was so unreal. Even when the girl died, at the beginning when he's splitting her open, and it's literally the entire room is paint, and I was like,
Yeah, the first movie is a bit surreal. You can almost skip the second one and jump right to part 3. Because that one has more to do with the first movie than the second one does. But part 3
Really?
it's really
Is that
good,
that the Dream Warriors one?
Yes,
Because everyone
yes.
tells me to watch Dream
Yeah,
Warriors.
I watched that one.
Okay.
And if you really want to watch a crap, you want to watch Freddy's Dead.
Oh,
that one
That
I
was
actually
ridiculous.
love unapologetically, but I know
I
it's a
like
bad
it
movie.
too, but we have to admit it's one of the crappier
Oh, it's one of the
ones.
worst movies
But
ever.
I love it. I
That's
love the
great.
fact, and the girl's name was Amanda, so I was all spooked out when I was a kid. Because
Oh my god,
Oh,
that's
man.
funny.
Oh, you're talking about his mom, Amanda Kruger, right?
yes, it was his mom, wasn't it? That was in The Nun.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
interesting
Okay.
though. I feel like I finally added something to my pop culture because I feel like I needed it. It just
Yeah.
you
You
can't
did,
not
You
no,
popped
watch
the pop
that
culture
movie.
cherry. There you go.
Yeah, that's a
Exactly.
classic. Everybody should watch it at least once.
Yeah, and then seeing
Absolutely.
Johnny Depp as I
Baby
swear,
Depp.
like 16. Yeah, like I was
Yeah,
like,
he
God
was-
damn.
right?
I had my English teacher at the time because he was a big, huge horror fan. Like he'd have us read stuff like Edgar Allan Poe, which is some really trippy ish if you ever want to
Mhm.
read that. And he was talking about all the symbolism in Nightmare on Elm Street. And we're like, is this English class? Really?
Really?
He's
That's
like,
cool.
yeah, you see like I think it was a lamb or a goat that you saw running. It's like that's indicative of a sacrifice. And we're just like,
Wow.
really?
I didn't look too that far deep
I
into
didn't
it. but-
either. I was scared to freaking death. I didn't even know about that. But it's just the symbolism that he was talking about because he
Mhm.
just freaking loved Wes Craven. So I think that was why he was talking about it. We're just like, dude, we just got to talk about Nightmare on Elm Street English class.
That's hilarious. Mandy, did you watch Die Hard yet?
I still have not watched it. I still have, but I'm waiting until it gets closer to Christmas because
Okay,
it's a
that's fair.
Christmas. I
That-
need to
That's fair.
decide
Yeah.
whether or not it's a Christmas movie. I thought about it. I need to watch it probably during like the Thanksgiving break because
Yeah.
that is typically when I sit down and I watch all of like
Okay.
a Christmas story, and it's a wonderful to get myself in the mood while I'm putting
Yeah.
up the tree and everything. So.
Mhm.
That's
I-
definitely fair, man. I
Yeah.
get that.
But
I
there's
get
I
two you
am going to
gotta-
watch it.
But there's two you got to watch. You got to watch Die Hard, and then you have to watch the Die Hard homage from the Cleveland show.
I still gotta watch that, Lorena. I'm
You have
watching that.
got
I'm
to
watching that.
watch them. That one from the Cleveland show is literally like a love letter to the original Die Hard.
I got-
To the
I gotta
Cleveland
watch
coast,
show
we'll
didn't
together,
get the
we'll have a
love
few
it needed.
laughs.
Cleveland show should have got a lot more love than
It
what it
should.
got.
I
It was
love
a
that
good
more than
show.
Family
It
Guy.
was pretty stupid.
You didn't like it.
No, I don't
Oh.
really like Family Guy or Cleveland or any of those shows. American Dad was pretty good though,
I like
I
American
never
Dad.
watched that
I
either.
didn't. I never got a chance.
but
to
I
watch
only saw
it.
various episodes of that, and it's not like look. It was one of those things where everybody was always like, "Oh, but why don't you like Family Guy? That's your type of humor." It's like, and then that South Park episode came out where Cartman was like trying to get Family Guy destroyed. It's like, that's how I feel about Family Guy.
Oh
That-
yeah, when they're
that
ripping
whole
on
thing.
Family Guy throughout the whole
Yeah.
episode, that was freaking
Because
hysterical.
he's like all pissed off. He's like, "That's the thing. Everybody thinks I should love Family Guy, but I fucking hate it."
I said, I feel you, Cartman.
Oh my
'cause I
god,
hate
that's
it
so
too.
funny because I was into Family Guy until like I forget what season it was, but I remember the episode where I was like, okay, I'm done. And it was the episode where Brian was banging this girl, and I was like, okay, this
Oh,
is
ye-
just like
Oh yeah, I think I
Yeah,
saw
it was
that
about
one.
this
right.
is
Completely
gross. Like
checked
I was
out
just
at
like,
that
this
point.
is
I saw
getting
that one.
into like that this other weird territory that I really don't care
Well,
for. So
yeah, it just got kind of like way too far out there, and all the jokes are like, "Remember the time?" or "This was like the time that I was this and this and that
Mhm.
with Bruce Willis." It's like that's how you're gonna do jokes, and that's the sad part because Seth MacFarlane is funny, right?
Yes, he's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
He's funny.
But he's
To
woke
me-
as fuck.
Well,
he is.
there's
Now
that
he is.
problem, but then like that's the thing with like the Trey and Matt said about it, is it's just all low hanging fruit. It never has any jokes that have to do with the story or anything like that. It's always just remember the time nonsense and cutaways and just
Yeah.
like I didn't mind his Star Wars parodies. So I haven't
Mhm.
seen the Die Hard one, so I might dig that if that's in line with the
The-
Star Wars
The
ones.
Die Hard one on the Cleveland show is freaking hysterical.
I'm
I might give it
definitely
a
watching
shot.
that. Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed that one. It was hilarious.
But yeah, everybody smash the
Hilarious.
like and share this link.
Yeah.
We actually
Please
do have a show.
Yes, we do.
We
Yes, we
do.
do.
Can y'all believe I actually have my notebook in front of me tonight? The one not,
Oh,
not
go
on
ahead,
camera, I'm not
girl.
having to write on my leg.
Go ahead, girl.
Oh my
I love
goodness.
it. I love it.
top
Well,
of
Do we have any Mandy Sutra tonight?
We will have a Mandy Sutra tonight. No worries, you guys.
All right.
I am
Cool.
going to help y'all
cool.
Excellent.
find your
Yeah. 'cause
mojo.
It's not a show
Yeah.
unless we
Yes,
have
It isn't.
I
the
agree.
secret
Mm-mm.
I
at the
agree.
end.
Speaking of help, we need to help that like button out a little bit. Tickle it, will you guys? Just a little bit. We got 130 likes and we got over 300 of you watching. That means over half of you have not hit that like button. Please do us a favor.
Hit the
Show these
like
ladies you love
button.
them and hit that like button. Speaking of love, we got a lot of love from the chat. We got some super chats lined up here from all kinds of people in the chat. Well, if you guys want to,
Flick that like
Look
button
at
like it's your bean.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
like a super bean.
I said it.
Yeah. Yeah. You said it. You said it. Well, first off, we have Neo Johns for £5 sterling. Thank you so very much, my dear. Closest I've managed to get to catching the stream live, but still going to miss it. Catch you on the replay. Love to you all, and hi, Tom. Oh, well, thank you. Hope you
you.
enjoy the replay over
How you
there
doing?
tomorrow when you
Yes,
watch.
thank you so much.
Appreciate the
Yes.
support. Yeah.
Yes.
Neo Johns. Thank you so much. Oh no, wait, that was the last one. Okay.
Mobile recluse. There we
Mobile
go.
Rescue. Thank you so much for the
Mobile
125. I think that's Philippines.
I believe that is
currency. I don't know what it's
Is
called, but
it,
thank you.
That's a woolly bully.
That's a
Okay,
bully
Bully
bully.
Billy.
I know it,
Hello,
but-
ladies of Toxic Femme and Tom. Hope you can greet my good friend Christian, who finished in doctorate today. You rock, MEO.
Well,
Oh,
congratulations, Dr.
congrats to
Christian.
for getting that PhD.
You'll get to see lots of boobs, hopefully.
Oh,
deserve it.
congratulations, love buck. All you're gonna have to
deserve
do
it.
now is
Because
drop
you're
down.
a doctor.
Just drop down the word doctor, and you can have almost any gold digger your mind can set upon.
Yeah.
So, yay,
She's a gold
Christian! Congrats, love
Drop
buck.
She ain't messing
and-
with no broke doctors.
You're a doctor. I believe that's what they would call in the UK a fanny magnet. I got that
Yes,
right?
Grr.
yes.
Oh.
Fanny
Yeah.
magnet works.
Okay.
Oh
yeah,
my.
that's what I thought.
Let's see. Here we got Volcanicus Rex. I'm freaking loving that for
That's a great
$4.99.
name.
Thank you,
That
love bug.
is.
NGL, when I first saw the video title, I thought it said Capybara Fett.
What?
Capybara
that?
Fett?
Yeah. Because it says Capo Boba. What the fuck does Capo Boba Fett mean?
Oh, Capo is like, gangster.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
I'm not
I
with
did
it
not
anymore.
know
Wait,
that.
no, actually, it's more like the enforcer. This over here is my
Oh.
Capo.
My like slang only goes up to like 2001.
Me too, Tom. I'm
Me
in
too.
the same boat, man. I'm like, I can't
be on fleek. I can't do all these like weird. I don't know how to use them.
It took me a long time to get used to lit instead of cool. Like I was like, what?
Right?
So
Yeah.
everything
Lit-
is like lit now. I don't.
It's
okay.
not lit anymore.
When I heard Capo, I heard that in an episode of Mad TV. I don't know if you ever saw it, The
Yeah.
Rainfather.
No.
Really.
Literally, it is like the old school Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer stop motion on freaking steroids, like
Oh
that
my
with like
God.
Scarface and the
I remember
Godfather.
that, but I
It's-
don't remember it. But I remember it. Like I remember
It's
seeing
freaking
it.
insane. Are you saying
that my name would be Capo Corleone? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
He
Last
said,
time I
"Who
checked, the
am I?"
capo is one of those things you put on a guitar.
That's a capo.
Is it capo?
I didn't even know what the heck that was.
No, the capo is where I spend my weekends.
Like the cape. Holy fuck.
I'm
Oh
so
my God.
confused. Wait a minute.
That's
Maybe if I
freaking
take off my
confused.
pants, I'll be less confused.
Yeah, taking off your pants always helps.
Whatever you have to do to help yourself out.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's why they're off camera tonight, guys.
If you
Both of
sit
them.
if you sit on your hand for a few minutes and let it go numb, then it's not you doing it anymore.
I've heard that. It's called
What the-
stranger.
Yeah, the stranger.
That is forever etched into my mental database.
What?
I once asked Robert Duvall for a stranger and he hit me.
Well, lug nuts, my dear. Thank you so much for that $5 super chat and for being a channel member. Thank you so much, my dear. He says, always so lovely, to the three most cherished hearts in the universe, Mandy, Nina, and Lorena. These diamonds will always break the blues. And the three hearts.
yeah.
And to Sir Tom and Kamran, hello.
Yes, we will have Mr. Cameron coming in at the second half, and we'll try to remember to tell Mr. Cameron that you said hello, Lugnuts. And then after that, I lost a bunch that I can't bring up until Tennille. So we're just going to have to deal with the ladies reading them. You can't see them on screen until then. Sorry, kids. StreamYards jumped on me.
Okay, so we're on. Actually, we had a PayPal from
Mhm.
Willie Woodward. So thank you so much, Willie.
Hi, Willie.
says, "Hello, lovely ladies. Your friendly neighborhood Tom and Bam Kamran. What's Bam?
Badass motherfucker, I think.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
it
Mandy.
is.
Thank
It
you,
is.
Mandy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I
You're
don't even
welcome.
know abbreviations.
Badass motherfucker.
Bam.
I really hope you have a good show tonight. Oh, nice. That
Thank
was the wallet
you.
from Pulp Fiction, right?
It is.
Nice.
It even came with his license,
Oh, that's
Jules'
dope.
license.
Sorry, I totally butchered this message.
Yeah, start
from
over
Roy.
with because it's a long one. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So he said, "I really hope you have a good show tonight. Not sure if I can catch the show live. That said, check out Nina's Infinite Hope. Aw. It'll warm the cockles of your heart. Lorena's Welcome to Florida stream without sounding snarky. It's a really fun show and it'll make you want to go to Florida. Bye, Mandy. Stuff. I think
Yes.
she's even making action figures now, which is punk as fuck. Check out Mead Radio. Great place to chill and listen." I thought he said shill for a second, and I was like, that's hilarious. A great place to chill and listen to songs from soundtracks. And check out Kamran's Patreon. He's so based, makes Samuel Jackson look like a soy boy. Wow, Willie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Willie,
Thank
thank
Willie.
you.
I gotta
Thank
correct
you.
him on one thing though. The Florida streams do not make me want to go to Florida. In fact, they make me want to avoid Florida even more. Because
No,
one of these days I'll come into town and it'll be Florida man riding a fucking huge ass gator that's killing people
Tom, you're not
Hi
looking at
on
it
that.
correct. You're not.
Several
that he
times.
molested.
You're not looking at it right though, Tom, because where we're at now, both of us, right? We're probably the weirdos. But if we go to Florida, we are the fucking normal ones.
You're
for
right.
Once we could,
That's
because I'm not
true.
gonna molest the gators.
I get that, but the gator's already pre-molested, so it's pissed.
Well, no, then it's shy and you just can't look at it, and damn sure don't hold a door open.
Well, what if I reminded of somebody that touched its no square and then it wants to bite my face off?
No square. Okay.
No, but it's like
That's
I tell people,
true.
it's not Florida people doing this crap. It's snowbirds who come
It's
to
the
Florida
tourists.
and
It's
That's
the
what they
visitors.
say, but
It's
I don't
the
know. It's the
visitors.
Florida man who always gets hopped up on fucking bath salts and eats somebody's head. So, like, I'm just
That
saying.
is
I
true.
mean,
or drunk
I
on
rolled up
moonshine and
into-
decides to ride, the lawnmower.
The
doing
other night I
donuts.
rolled up into the Welcome to Florida streams and they were talking about some dude high on meth.
See?
What did he do, Lorena? He was high on
You
meth.
got to
and
be
then-
specific because there's a lot of Florida men.
How many
and
meth
meth
houses have
stories.
blown up? Seriously.
Or was
Yeah,
it?
I
Was it
don't-
the one who said that the meth blew into his car? Wait, no, that was cocaine.
No. He was high on meth and he did something really fucked up. I forget.
Oh, I
what it
can't
was.
imagine.
Yeah, I don't.
I
I
can't-
don't
Then
know.
again, you got to be
know.
specific.
Everything is blending in with the meth heads now. I don't know.
This is why we have a bingo game for that now.
I need to play that with you.
I want to
Literally,
play
no
that
joke.
so
About
bad.
next month, we're gonna have another Florida man bingo game because it was just
Wow.
too crazy,
Oh man, I need to play that.
too much
Yeah, that
fun.
sounds
We're gonna
fun.
do it again.
Bingo.
Bingo.
For what it's worth, though, Lorena, you are right about the tourist thing because in Cancun, we also have alligators, and there's signs everywhere about the alligators.
Yeah.
And it's always the tourists.
Well, the thing about bingo out there in Florida, there's such a high, elderly population that bingo is a contact sport. It
Mhm.
literally is. Like you fucking around in bingo and somebody will fuck you up.
Grandma will fuck you
totally.
up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
don't mess with these folks
Don't-
down here in their bingo. They take that crap.
What do you mean
seriously.
bingo?
all the old people in Florida are playing bingo and having unprotected sex.
Yeah. Water fountains.
That's it.
Outside with
That
the
lady will
boys
come
20
get you
years
right
younger.
there.
Moving on with
You
super
mess with
chats.
her
though.
freaking bingo, man. I'm
Where
telling
are
you.
we now? I think it's you, man.
Did we do that? Did we leave off on the Willie one, or did we get one?
Yeah,
after that
I
one?
just finished
Okay,
the
so
Okay,
thank
yeah.
you for that, Willie. And then now
Thank
we're on
you,
deranged
Willie.
lunatic. Yes.
Yeah, deranged
Some of these
lunatic.
are a little out of order, so kids don't freak out, but they're all in there.
Oh, okay. Deranged lunatic for $1.99. Thank you, Lovug. Like what? To the ladies with the top shelf titties. That's
Hell
right.
yeah.
Hey.
Thank
What's
you,
going on?
Lovug.
And then Deranged Lunatic sends us another $1.99. Says, Mandy, what happened at the haunted chicken house?
Okay, so I went to the haunted chicken house. I
Okay.
made an event of it. I didn't record it because I started thinking that maybe other people wouldn't like to be put on Twitter, just random rednecks walking around at the haunted chicken house. So I didn't
Mhm.
record it, but it went exactly as I thought it would. I went through.
Did
I
you
was
get
shoved.
groped?
I got groped many times. Many times. I got called Betty once. I got called Christy once, and then I
Uh-huh.
got called Tom. Ironically enough, Thomas, Tom, and it was my ass he was grabbing. That was not Tom.
Wow.
So yes,
Well,
I went.
So they're like this,
Yeah,
and they're grabbing stuff, and they're like, "Is that you, Tom?"
that's what they're doing. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
oh Lord
They
have
don't start
mercy.
off that way. They start off with their hands out, just like like in the dark, like you're feeling around for so
Mhm.
yes, like that.
Okay.
And then when they feel booze or something that they like, then they grip a little bit. So yeah, hey, Kathy, that you? And that's what they do. So it's but I went and yeah, I feel a little dirty and naughty now.
Oh
Jesus
my.
I
Christ.
highly recommend you guys. If you're in the area, head up to the haunted chicken house next year and have you a good night. Have you a couple glasses of wine. You ain't got to take none of these people out for dinner. You ain't got to do shit. Just show up. Show up to the chicken house.
Get
You
it and
don't
quit
have
it.
to pay to get groped. Well, just to get in. The
Yeah.
admissions fee.
You gotta
Yeah.
pay. You gotta pay to get in to be
Absolutely.
groped. But once you get in there, it's
God.
other guests groping you. So it's nice. It's a team effort.
Oh my God.
Joker voice for $5. Thank you so very much, my dear. Hello, ladies and Tom. Book of Boba Fett trailer. Just enough tease to make you want more. The underworld of the universe rather than standard good versus evil. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
We'll get into
Yeah.
that. We'll get
Um,
into that.
Deranged Lunatic. Oh, wait. We got that
Go
one.
to the
There
jabroni
might have
down
been
there.
some
Yeah,
messed
no
up ones
worries.
there.
No worries.
Jabroni.
The jabroni. No.
Better than us missing some though.
Is it actually jabroni? I
It
think
says
it is.
T5 jabroni.
T5 jabroni. Yeah. T5 jabroni
is.
for $5 says Boba trailer underwhelming. Nervous because Rodriguez's episode in season 2 of Mando was the weakest. Looked like a fan film shot in Hiking Trail, California.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk.
Yeah. Yes.
When I
Yeah.
tweeted this out, I gave a warning. We're gonna make some people big mad with our opinions about it. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah, can't please everybody, but
No.
we got to be us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The new number 2 for $5. Thank you so much, Love Bug. Hey, ladies, you three are the best part of Monday. Oh, you too, Tom.
Oh, shit.
Thank
My
you.
dear. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let's see. We have deleted scenes for $5. Thank you so very much for that. Hail Nina, Mandy, Lorena, Tom, Cameron, Wrench, and Chat. Thank you for including the wrenches too. Thank
Yeah,
you. Our
the
wrenches,
wrenches
Mr.
rock.
Tickle Trunks, and the rest of
Yeah.
y'all. Love ya.
They don't get enough love.
And then we got Bird Up for $2. Says
Ow.
Wes Craven's New Nightmare is a cool meta movie.
I liked it.
I like that one.
I haven't seen it.
really did.
Andre and I get in arguments about it.
Who's
Really?
who's on which side?
I love it. He hates it.
He hates it.
Really?
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not my favorite, but I don't mind it. I've watched it a couple of times. I'm not going to sit down and go buy the Blu-ray
I feel like
of it
it's
or
very
anything.
underrated, actually. But yeah, that's just me.
It was a cool twist.
I
really
thought it was a
did
cool
like
twist on it. Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Well, you've never only just seen the first one now.
Yeah. Now that you've seen the first
Yeah,
one,
you
You
watch
gotta watch 1 and 3, and then you can watch New Nightmare.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
that's perfect.
They're like a perfect little trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, and 4, 5, and 6 all go together, or 4 and 5, 3, 4, and 5 all go together as well. But anyhow, Tennille, is that the next one yet? Here we got coming up here.
We have another one from Bird Up, actually, and I think that's you, Mandy.
Oh, okay. Burn Up for $2. Watch Suspiria. Unreality is the whole point of it. Suspiria? Am I saying
Yeah,
that?
I think it was you or somebody else had recommended it last week. I still haven't had a chance to watch it, but it's on the list. I will watch it.
Mrs. Tom Rothman's in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
okay, cool. Miss Helen Mirren.
No. Tom Rothman.
You said Mrs. Tom Rothman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Helen Mirren's married to Taylor Hackford.
Oh God, I can't keep these people straight. It's just too much.
I'm so bad with names.
Oh, let's see. We have. Yeah, I am. I remember faces, but names. Yeah, no, it takes me a while. We have Valiant Renegade for $4.99. Thank you so much, my dear.
Hi, Love.
Gotta remember the era the first one was made. It was a bit over the top today, but back then it was so original, which is true with the special effects. Yeah. And Dream Warriors was great. Yeah, I love Dream Warriors.
I mean, I 100% agree with you, because when I saw that, like the first scene of the first murder where she's like getting lifted up and it's like she's getting tossed around into a roof, I was like, damn, like that's pretty good graphics for the time. Like I was like that was pretty good. It's the same thing with, I feel like The Exorcist. Like a lot of people like kind of hate on it now. Like that's not scary. And I'm like, well, if you watched it back in the day when they didn't have like CGI and shit, like I bet you it would freak you out. Like, you know, it's like it's one of those things. I feel like some of them, you know, they age, but or like I was reading all these tweets about Hocus Pocus. Like people were like, "Oh, I watched Hocus Pocus for the first time, and that movie sucked. Why people like it?" And I'm like, "Well, it's made for kids, and it was back in the 80s.
It was like a 80s teen kind of coming of age.
I probably wouldn't have liked it then, but I understood that when I watched it.
It's just one of those things.
People who say The Exorcist aren't scary don't have a soul.
No, because The Exorcist is scary.
They need to be exorcised.
Yeah.
Exorcist is the scariest horror movie ever made, in my opinion.
It's freaking scary.
That one gave me nightmares.
That was freaky AF, man.
Yeah.
And then, wait, is it my turn now? Or
Joe Pat?
Joe Pat, 87. Thank you so much for the $2. Says Chris Pratt as Garfield. Thoughts? Is he just voicing it, or?
Yeah, instead of
this is news.
Tim. No. I thought Bill Murray did the other.
Bill Murray did it in the last one.
He did the other one. I don't know. I mean,
wait, if it's another live action?
I
don't know. I'm gonna Google this.
Is this just
is it real news, or is
asking what we would think?
Is it a casting choice? Because I think, like you were saying, Tom, last thing I heard was Chris Pratt being cast as Mario.
Yeah.
It might be.
They mad about that.
They're doing another live action or animated Garfield. I hadn't heard anything.
I mean, if it's animated, I'm on board. If it's live, I'm sorry, Garfield doesn't. In my opinion, Garfield doesn't need to be live action. I don't want to see a live action Garfield.
It is news, you guys.
Really?
Yeah. It says Chris Pratt has been cast as Garfield in the animated Garfield movie.
What else is he gonna fucking be in?
Animated, okay. Because the live action, I thought it was cute, but
interesting.
I mean, I think he'll do good. I'm a big fan of Chris Pratt, though. So
I'm a big fan of Chris Pratt too, but I didn't know how to feel about him being Mario. I was like,
I can kind of see him being Mario. I definitely can't see him being fucking Garfield.
I'm just saying, if the last Mario movie, no matter what they do with this, and the last Mario movie from when I was a kid was so god awful, horrible, that anything they do almost, other than just making it 2 girls 1 cup, is going to be better than what we got.
I unapologetically love that movie.
Do you really?
It was so
the first one
bad that it was good. Like
the first one is
my ass off.
That second one is just fucking ridiculous.
I didn't see either of them because I just said no.
Chris Pratt is not the right kind of voice for Garfield. Bill Murray is. I am.
Yes.
I need to play fucking Garfield. I am a grumpy fucking cat. Okay.
Tom, you are definitely Eeyore.
Yeah, but I could
Yes.
definitely do a
He
Garfield.
could pull off the snarky,
Yeah.
hateful kind of Garfield.
That's true.
Meh.
Like,
kicking the
fuck, it's
dog
Monday.
off
Why
the
do I have to be
table,
on Toxic Fam? This is
Exactly.
bullshit.
He could nail that, I think.
You need to do that. The kind that would kick the dog off the
What's
table.
wrong, Garfield? It's
Yeah.
Monday. That's enough.
That's
See,
enough.
that's
There you
that's
go.
absolutely perfect.
That is definitely Garfield.
Exactly. Let's see. Mandy, I think it's you, T Neil 89.
T-Neil 89 for $2. Thank you so much. Bug, he said, I smell cop out. Die Hard cannot be deferred. No, I'm not doing it. I swear to God, I'm going to watch it.
Rudy, I will make sure she watches it.
If you could see me right now, I've got my finger out. I'm doing a pinky swear with you. I'm going to watch it, but I want it to be the right mood because everybody says it's a Christmas movie. But if I watch it during Halloween, I'm not going to have that Christmas feel.
Right.
You're right.
I need that Christmas feel. So when I watch it, because I feel like Harry Potter is a Christmas movie. And the reason is every year it came out. I know it's stupid, but every year it came out like late November. And there was that Christmas feel. And usually in the Harry Potter movies, they're leaving it at some point to go do their Christmas thing.
Yeah, they did do that though. You're right.
Christmas part always is always the Christmas part.
So I always feel very like I watch that during like November and December because it gives me that Christmas feeling because that's the time that I watched it.
Well, they used to do the marathons then too. For Christmas,
they do.
And Xenomorph is right. I do love lasagna. If a woman can make lasagna, that makes her a keeper.
I can make lasagna.
See, I make an amazing lasagna. So
this is very true, Rudy.
Nina earlier, I just made like Italian sausage.
We were born very close to each other. Garfield and I are. He's only older than me by a little bit.
That's true.
We have, let's see, where are we? Oh, okay. We have Warwolf for $2. Thank you, my dear. Jabroni is a wrestling term. Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
All right.
I think The Rock said it first, but
I remember that when he would call people jabroni.
Yep, it was most certainly The Rock.
It's one of my favorite insults.
Yeah. Get your jabroni ass in this ring. Christine, the killer car is here and sends us for $5 saying, hello, ladies. Can't stay long. Just wanted to pop in and say hello. Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go.
Hey, Christine.
Hey, Christine. Big hugs, love hug.
So
let's go, Brandon, indeed.
Yeah, they were saying that, the other way, what it means in the Florida-Georgia game.
Oh, I saw that. It was massive.
Gators and, Georgia, they can't stand each other, but they united when it came to that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Mandy, you're up next. Paul Wolfley.
Paul Wolfley for $5. Thank you so much, hon. Mandalorian was 7 out of 10, but people rejoiced because it wasn't woke garbage. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I don't know if I would have liked The Mandalorian as much if it would have came out, say, I don't know, 10, 11 years ago before everything kind of went woke.
Mm-hmm.
But now what I like has kind of changed because of what my choices that are available. So I agree with that 100%. It was good. I liked it enough, but now that Gina's gone and Baby Yoda's gone, I don't think I'm going to tune back in for the second season. So
you mean third? Because I think there's already been.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't watch the second. I didn't watch the second season.
I'm out because of Giancarlo's big mouth, and I've been a fan of his since Do the Right Thing. So
I've been out since The Last Jedi, and I ain't going back.
We all got our levels. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have Deranged Lunatic for $1.99. Thank you so much. In the Haunted Chicken House, I would say, Mom, is that you?
Oh my God, that would be so funny.
That would be so funny. But
please come next year with me to the Haunted Chicken House. You do that, and I'll do it with you. I'll be like, Daddy, is that you? We can do it together. We'll be the pervs. We'll be the pervs of the pervy chicken house. We'll be the head cluckers. It'll be awesome.
Oh my God, is that what they call you, cluckers?
That's what I want to be called.
Oh, okay.
That's once I rule that chicken house, I would like to be called Queen Clucker.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's great. You should put that on a shirt. Bird Up for 5 says there are 2 Suspirias. The original is from 1977 and the remake from a few years ago. The remake is cool, but the original is an experience. I'll definitely be watching the original because that's like saying like, watch Rosemary's Baby remake. Like, nah.
You don't do it like that. You don't do it like that.
Mm-mm.
And with that, I think we are caught up on Super Chats. All you amazing, amazing people. Thank you so very much.
Yes.
So I think it's time to kick the show off proper.
Yeah. It was, I think, this last one we can grab real quick.
There we go.
Let's just grab it real quick while it's here. Since it has to do with Garfield, we're talking about Garfield. Dark King is afraid that the woke Osos will boycott Garfield now.
That's possible.
That is
They hate
very
Chris
possible.
Pratt.
Very, 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 very possible.
They absolutely despise Chris Pratt, and
they'll find something, because they can't stand him.
There's got to be something. I haven't dug into it, but like Nermal's obviously, anti something. Of course, there's got to be a problem with it because that's what the woke do. They find problems where there are none.
I would love to see Garfield say, "Let's go, Brandon," in one of the episodes. That would be great.
I would too.
Oh, that would be a perfect joke written in.
Yeah, it would be.
Warwolf says, "I'm the resident Midnight's Edge and Midnight's Edge After Dark wrestling expert." Yeah, because I sure as hell ain't. And speaking of that, David Blair sends $5. Thank you so much. It says Iron Sheik used the jabroni back in the day.
Oh my God, that was his finishing move.
Yes. The Iron Sheik. Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's always on Twitter just spouting off too.
Yeah.
I never would have thought about the Iron Sheik again, and I don't know why, because when I was a kid, I liked him, but oh my gosh.
He was
blast from the past with that one.
God,
Indeed.
I used to watch so much
and with that, I think it's that time. All right. I'm going back.
Okay.
Oh, well, ladies, Star Wars is back. But before we get to breaking down the lovely trailer from the Book of Boba Fett, Nina happened to pass this along.
I had to share. Lizzo decided to dress up as Baby Yoda for Halloween, and then gave us a little peek. When I say little, I'm using that term very, very loosely, because there's a lot going on here.
Oh my God, that is horrible. She looks like fucking the troll or the ogre from Shrek. She looks like a Shrek ogre.
She looks like a really pale gremlin, honestly.
Yeah, it's not. This isn't good. This isn't.
Nah,
this isn't good at all.
There's another one. There's another video that she put where she's like, taking off her little robe, and she looks like she's literally like a flasher. And she hasn't painted the belly, so the belly is like her own skin color. And then the rest is like green, it's so bad. Like I was like, this, oh my God, it's so bad.
Why don't these people? How did they get to the level that they're at when they obviously have zero fucking common sense? She does. She looks like a gremlin. She does. She looks like a science experiment gone terribly wrong.
And she's not like the really cute drag queen kind of gremlin from Gremlins 2. Oh
my God, no. CWD Trixie got it. Or who was it that said it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it looks like a yogurt cosplay, like yogurt from Spaceballs. She looks like yogurt. Oh,
here's the thing. God. If I was thinking that Lizzo is gonna dress up as Baby anything for Halloween, I would think like Baby Jabba the Hutt, if not like actual Jabba the Hutt. But I mean, come on, Baby Yoda, dude.
It would work if you saw what she wore to no, not Megan.
That was a birthday party.
Cardi B's
my God,
dance hall theme party. Did you see that?
Yeah, girl.
It's just like she was wearing a fishnet over her body, and that was it.
Dude, people were making fun of that. Like they were memeing her with that like giant purple mascot thing from what was that? Like the McDonald's? Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Oh my god.
That's scary how I hit that right off the
No, this is just cringe, and you have to wonder, where are their friends? Because if
There.
one of you ladies walked out of like a bedroom and you're like, "Hey, Mandy, I'm ready to go. How do I look?" I would be your friend and be like, "Girl, no,
No.
please go look in my closet, find something. Don't do this to yourself."
No.
Where are the people that care about her to say, "Hey, you look like a fucking idiot. You need to go back in." I mean, I don't let my kids dress themselves when they were little because they walked out looking like fucking idiots. So I had to be the good person and be like, look, I know you think you look good, but you need to go change and put on something a little bit better than that.
Yeah.
You
And
know, she
some,
probably told them, "Oh, shut up! I look good. Okay, fine."
all right, fine, fuck it, bitch. Come
Yeah,
on. Yeah.
exactly. She
Mhm.
tried to tell you. You tried to tell her not to freaking, not to go out, like that. Oh, but anyway, the Book of Boba Fett trailer dropped
Oh boy.
today. Have you ladies had a chance to look at this yet?
I
I
did.
looked
I
at it.
watched it. I watched it a little bit earlier today. So
I did.
I've
I
seen
did
it.
too.
I've got opinions, I guess.
So do I.
I think we have a lot of opinions, on this. When the trailer dropped, I really can't say that I was excited.
I haven't
Not
been
really.
I haven't been excited about anything Star Wars since since they destroyed it with the Last Jedi. So
Yeah, well, I look at this and I feel like they're still destroying it.
yeah,
I mean,
but
it's like they've already shot it and hit it
Mhm.
in the head with a shovel, and now they're just pissing on it while it's laying there. That's what this
I
feels
mean,
like.
it's
This is
literally called beating a dead horse. Like,
yeah,
I
they
mean,
are literally now at this point just pissing on the remains of Star
Mhm.
Wars.
here's the thing about it. Like, I feel like, at least with the rise of Rapatine or
Palpatine.
Palpatine or whatever the hell you want to call it.
I have not seen that, and I will
Which I
not
have
see it.
not seen. I have
Mm-mm.
not seen it. But
Will not see it.
from the people that watched the movie,
Mhm.
I've been told that the movie is actually very beautifully shot. Like, it's got a lot to offer, like visually.
Mhm.
And I can understand that because J.J. Abrams is kind of good at that, like, dressing up the movie. Like, he's got the lens flares, and
Right.
there's a lot
Oh
of
yeah, no, there's
visual
no
stimuli.
doubt. He's very good at making things visually beautiful.
Right.
So
Mhm.
And
I would expect that with anything that they do, because even the shittiest of shitty, they looked good. I mean, minus some of the costume choices they made, but like
Mhm.
even that boring part with Rose Tico in the city, right? In that
right.
gambling place, it was gorgeous. It was stunning, but I was
Right.
bored to fucking death sitting through it. So,
That's the
you
thing.
can't
So
polish a turd.
that's the thing. Like, I feel like even with those movies, like, they looked good. It's just
Mhm.
that the story was trash.
Correct.
But at least it looked good. So you can say, oh, well, look good. Dude, this looks like ass. Like, I don't know what is going on with Disney, but this doesn't even look good. Like, it doesn't look good. It looks boring. It looks muted. It looks
It
just,
does not. It's not engaging. I mean, I would say, like, for comparison, when the first trailer for The Mandalorian came out, okay,
Mhm.
they
Mhm.
opened up gangbusters. Boom! You see stormtroopers, stormtroopers helmets on spikes. That immediately
Mhm.
set the tone.
Look
For,
at the color schemes, though. It
for
looks
this,
completely muted. Like,
It's
it's
like somebody's whole palette was browns and gray.
exactly.
Yeah, no, there's no color. It's all desert shit, which I get it. That's a planet they're on. But I mean,
No, man,
look
you
at
can make Tatooine look
even
amazing.
you
It's
can
even
make
not.
it look beautiful.
even if it's a desert, I would say, yeah, just like if you go back to A New Hope.
Mhm.
Hmm.
That was shot in Tunisia, okay? And you have these beautiful, you have the, colors of the sand, but you
Mhm.
also have the brightness of the sky, the blue of the
Exactly.
sky. Even the special effects that they did with the twin suns that made it seem, alive. And when it played, like on the shadow, like that scene where you see Luke
Mhm.
Skywalker and he's looking at the twin suns, that
Mhm.
color palette is gorgeous.
Yep.
Hmm.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
It
But
is.
here it's just, okay. So actually Nina brought up a good point that I want to talk about. when it comes to this, and hopefully I get it back. Okay, so you see how the Twi'leks look?
Yeah.
Which, here's my bone that I have to pick with this right here. This is a very flat yellow.
Yeah.
Extremely flat. If you go back to Return of the Jedi and you look at the one Twi'lek slave girl, okay, her color doesn't look flat.
No, it just
at all.
pops on screen, and you're like, okay, like that. My eye is going to be drawn to this specific thing. She's the same color as the yellow on that guy's scarf. Like it's not.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on
No,
here.
and can we mention the fact that the Caucasian one, the Caucasian Twi'lek looks like the guy with tits on his head from Little Nicky?
Oh my!
I'm sorry, it does. It looks like those are titties on top of the head, just like Little Nicky wearing a little bra for it.
That's a
That's
bad
what
angle.
It may be a bad angle, but I'm just saying those look like titties on that head, and she should have.
Oh, girl.
I don't know. Again, I don't like anything about this. I don't like old tit head over here, and I don't like this mustard yellow color.
Yes,
I'm not liking any of this.
This is called a half-ass, not even worth half-ass.
It's
makeup
called
job.
phoning it in. It's like they're
Yeah,
just phoning
it
it
is.
in now. They don't even care if it looks good or not. Like I'm just like, dude, it doesn't look good. This looks like ass. I don't like it.
It doesn't. And another, I'm playing it with the sound off purposely. Oh, look, there's the I guess the enslaved person's spaceship.
Oh,
I guess we're
right.
not calling it Slave
It's
One
not
anymore.
Slave One anymore.
No,
It's
they
whatever
can't.
the hell.
Whatever the heck it is you're gonna call it.
It's
But
called woke.
Ugh. But here's the
It's called air flyer or some shit like that. It was something
air
stupid.
fryer.
Air flyer. It was something
Oh,
fucking
I said
stupid.
fryer. I got excited for me. Okay. Okay.
It went from Slave One to Woke One.
Yeah, pretty
that's
much.
it. It's
Which
done.
makes no freaking sense at
Mm-mm.
all. But to get back to this thing about the quote unquote underworld, so we've seen the underworld especially in one of the prequel trilogy. So
Mhm.
we've seen the underworld in Coruscant. So we've seen what that looks like, with
Yeah.
the opera house and all, and all of that, and then the underworld and all that. In this one, you're trying to tell me that you're going to make Boba Fett, who is a bounty hunter, into a mob boss, pretty much. Like, this looks like your typical, mob dinner.
Sure.
You have all the heads of the mob families. You have the capo. You have your enforcer. You have your consigliere.
Mm-hmm.
It just, I don't buy that Boba Fett goes from being a bounty hunter, doing things pretty much, on his own terms, to I decide I want to be a mob boss now, and I want to take over where for the Hutts. So I'm like, how did that happen? Because from what I understand, the Hutts were very intertwined into everything.
Yeah, and not just that, like Jabba wasn't the only Hutt. Like there's a bunch of them. They're called the Hutts. It's like a house kind of.
Yeah,
like,
mob family.
Yeah,
Did
exactly.
y'all feel like they're trying to make him into the hero of the show?
They are.
Yes, they are.
Kind of like
Because
the
that to-
anti-hero.
Yeah, that to me is absolutely fucked up. Because let's look at Boba Fett's character. Okay, he's a killer for hire. He's a bounty hunter. He'll kill anybody. He does not give a fuck, right? But now all of a sudden they're flipping it and completely changing this character, because he should be absolutely fucking ruthless. He has been. He killed everybody in 6, right?
Vader had to tell him no disintegrations.
Yes, he was disintegrating
Which
fucking everybody.
They had a previous working relationship where it's like, bruh.
Yeah, a hired killer is not a hero. I'm sorry, it's just not. But that's it with the woke. They look at people like that, and that's who they look up to. That's their heroes, is somebody ruthless, and I'm gonna kill everybody for the greater good. That's who they look to, and they're like, yeah, this is our hero right here. So I think this is fucking stupid. I think it's gonna be super, super dull. And yeah, I'm hoping one of you ladies are gonna watch it, because I certainly am.
I'm not.
I will
not.
not. I'm watching it well, so other people don't have to. But I'm
Thank you.
watching it
Thank you,
because you
Lorena.
know me. I like to see how these train wrecks end because I do take this very personally.
Mhm.
Because Boba Fett was one of my favorite characters because he was basically living life on his own terms. Like I said, that bounty hunter scene
Mhm.
in The Empire Strikes Back
That
and
was
Vader's
one of my
giving
favorite
directions.
scenes.
I freaking
Mhm.
love it. Even from the camera where it pans up and one the
Yep.
drool from one of them is like on the floor. And they're just like,
Mhm.
bounty hunters? We
Mhm.
bounty hunters. Vader's like, yeah, I got to get this done. And he's talking to him, and then he specifically points out Boba Fett and says no disintegrations. To me, that's a story there that Boba Fett has no problem going rogue if he needs to. You know,
Yep.
he will do that. He is about getting his money. When Vader tried to use when he was going to use the carbonite freezing on Solo,
Mhm.
he was like, I do not want my prize damaged. Do not
Yep.
mess with my money. And they're just like, the
Mhm.
Mhm.
Empire will compensate you handsomely. And he's kind of looking like, that's not gonna, it's not gonna do it for me. That's the Boba Fett that I know. The
Yeah,
Boba Fett that
he's a big worm of Star Wars.
you know what, Mandy? You are absolutely right. He is the big worm of Star Wars. And I can't tell you, you know, how many rappers idolize Boba Fett. Even Snoop Dogg was like, Boba Fett's my favorite character. He's
Uh-huh.
back there in the cut just chilling, you know. He's
Yep.
my favorite character. Boba Fett is the biggest member berry out there. And for people like me who I did not read a lot of the EU novels, only read 2.
Me either.
I
Yeah.
didn't see the part where he got out of the Sarlacc pit. I did not see that
I didn't
Mhm.
either.
I
in the
didn't
movie.
To
So
me,
you
he
mean to tell me
died.
he just shows up, and then next thing you know, Bib Fortuna, he's still around. I thought he was dead.
Yeah. I thought he died.
Well, most of you know I don't have a Boba fetish, so I don't give a shit about this.
Boba
Oh.
But
fetish.
somebody who might actually care is one Kamran Pasha. Welcome to the show, sir. How are you
Karen,
doing?
hey, my bag.
Hey.
Good
Hey,
seeing you, my dear.
3 lovely ladies and Tom, who's disappeared from
Yes.
screen. But so I hear we've got a Boba fetish discussion here.
Yes, a Boba
Yeah,
fetish
I mean, look,
discussion.
look in the now defunct EU, there were all kinds of books written, stories about what happened to Boba afterwards, that he survived the Sarlacc pit or whatever. But I don't think in this current Disney world there's ever been an explanation. I guess sort of
No.
the extreme damaged armor suggests that he was like sort of smolting inside.
Pause it right here.
Okay.
Go back to that lady.
Okay.
Yeah, because I actually do
Go
want
ahead.
to talk about this part too.
All right.
Look at this scene here.
Mhm.
Look at the color scheme, okay? Like I'm sorry, this bothers me. Star Wars is not supposed to look like this. Star Wars is bright. It's
Return of the Jedi did not look like
mesmerizing.
this.
Well, I mean, Boba's palace from Jedi was largely dark. I mean, do you feel this is color palette doesn't match that?
I don't think it matches
Oh,
it.
you mean from Jabba's palace?
Yeah,
So
Jabba's
isn't
palace.
this supposed to be Jabba's palace?
It is. Jabba's palace was dark, but you could see like the colors and the textures.
And you
You
could see
could
like
see like the
God rays
light,
coming
which was from
in.
down, from the top that was coming
Sure.
in. So
Mhm.
while it was dark, you could still make out different shapes. There was different color and texture, to it that made it feel like it was genuinely,
And also
a
the
Kepler reception
characters
area.
look different than the background. So you're like, they're not.
Sure, yeah, the Twilight girl who's like, bluish purple, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
Twilight girl, and plus you have like, the I don't think that was the part where the singers came out, but you had like the courtiers that were there,
Mhm.
Bib Fortuna, who was there, but it seemed like there was more life to it. I mean, granted, everybody's kind of gone, which I guess they're going to
I
explain.
mean, I guess sort of the idea is Fortuna wasn't really a successor to Hut. I mean, the whole thing's collapsed, basically. He's just like sitting in an empty shell of a place. I mean, that's how I would explain it. It's been 20 years and or whatever number of years. It's been, 5 years, 6 years, whatever it is. And
I think so.
yeah, and Fortuna, basically he's not a mob boss. He's just a nothing. That's why he got killed without any resistance, right? So maybe that's the idea, is that there'll be a process of we're gonna watch Boba Fett resurrect the Hutt kingdom.
But here's my thing. My whole thing is, and I guess this is the part where I have the disconnect. It's like, how are you going to convince me that a bounty hunter all of a sudden has interest in taking over, you know,
Yeah, we don't know his motivation.
underworld.
We don't
It's
know.
like, what
Yeah.
is motivation? And you still didn't really get that motivation even from watching the trailer. Like there's a scene, there's a voiceover, you don't see it, which is kind of like one of my irritants. I don't like always being told, I want you to show me, where he says, Hut ruled through fear, but I'm going to rule with respect.
I mean, if look, the Boba Fett that we all know is in it for himself. You know, he's a survivor. He lost his dad. He's been, you know, he's wandered the galaxy like his dad. He's a simple man trying to make his way in the universe, that kind of thing, right? So it doesn't make sense that he wants to rule as his characters change. So if I were invited, if Jon Favreau had asked me to be a writer on the show, I would have said, look, we got to give Boba some kind of real reason he's there, that he's got something he's seeking for himself that's profitable to him, right? I don't think he has any desire to be a statesman or to fix Tatooine. I don't think he cares about that.
The reason, like, you guys are actually so you're going into the thing, like, you know, actually talking about a story here, because
but you're still into the visual design.
Yeah, because I don't care about the story, because I think they're gonna fuck it up anyway. No matter what it is, they're just gonna make up some shit that makes absolutely no sense.
What if they hire me for season 2?
I want to say, but even if they do, it's like, to me, the story does make, even if they're going to screw it up. Here's my thing. If you're trying to feed me a crap story, I'm going to push back and tell you why I don't particularly like it.
No, I get that.
That's my thing, but I totally get where you're talking.
Kamran, even if they wanted to hire you, though, they'll be like, they'll look at your script and be like, no. There's not enough identity politics here. Who do you think you're working for? This is Disney, bro.
Before, Nina. I still think you're talking about a regime that doesn't exist anymore. I still think you're talking about an older regime that isn't here. And we'll see what they do with this.
Are we not like living on the same planet? I don't.
What do you mean?
Because you haven't been following my Patreon. I've been talking about the direction Star Wars is going in. I just know Favreau doesn't care about this stuff. And I know you're not convinced that Favreau is in charge, at least of the Star Wars storyline, but I think all evidence suggests he is. He didn't have the power to stop Gina Carano's firing, but I really do believe things have not worked out the way the Wakosos wanted this year. It's just not being publicly discussed. And I think that's where you and I have a disconnect.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like the Gina Carano thing, that was one of their biggest, most popular character. And then they just threw her under the bus. They were like, fuck off.
Look, she made a mistake. And Gina knows she made. The mistake is this town has one red line. The one red line, I know this one red line is you don't talk about the Holocaust, you don't talk about World War II, because there's a lot of people who will disingenuously use that as almost like an item of religious significance. And so that's a line that she put herself open to. They were waiting for that. That's a line that in the immediate uproar of this town's, oh my God, anti-Semitism, in the immediate uproar of that nerve being triggered, there's nothing Favreau could have done to have saved her at that moment. Will she come back? I still think it's possible. Yes, all these rumors floating around by season 4. I think whenever Miss Kennedy does go, she's not immortal. Eventually she will leave. I do think it's possible. I don't know that Gina would want to, but if she did, I think we'll be fine. I just don't think that the Wakosa world you imagine Star Wars is, that's never been Favreau. He has to play some politics with these people to survive there. But I just think the whole world is changing under our feet, and he's going to be out. We'll see shortly. In about 1 month, we're going to see what this show is.
Yeah.
If it's a Wakosa show, then, I'll say, hey, look, I'm sorry Favreau couldn't get this under control, but I don't see that happening. The question is whether it's a good show. Well, that's what we're going to find out.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't think it's going to, again, I kind of agree with Kamran with respect to the quote unquote woke politics, because if they really wanted to put the pedal to the metal on that, they would have done that earlier in the season, actually in season 2. But what happened with season 2 is it was so uneven and the writing wasn't so great until the latter.
And then they gave you a Luke Skywalker, and
they gave us a Deus Ex Machina in the end, which I really didn't like. And I've got a somewhat unpopular opinion, but I'm just gonna put it out there. I love Gina Carano. I love her as a person. Her character was not my favorite on the show. So I think what some people need to understand, that for some people out there, Gina's character was not their favorite.
Mhm.
And I think when people talk about that, they tend to forget not everybody is going to like your particular character.
But
My
Lorena,
favorite
though,
character on the show, let me finish this real quick.
mhm,
My favorite character on the show was Moff Gideon.
mm,
That was my favorite character on the show.
mhm.
I didn't care about Din Djarin at all. That was my particular favorite character. So
Right.
that's who I was invested in. And when Giancarlo ran his mouth, then that's when I said I'm freaking done.
Yeah, but that's it. Like the thing is, like I've actually heard a lot of people say what you just said,
Mhm.
but if for some reason I understood her to be a quote unquote fan favorite though, and that's why she was going to get her own spin-off and stuff. Is that not true? Like
She's a Jon Favreau favorite.
Yeah.
Favreau created the character
Oh.
for her, and I think a good portion of the fan base really did like her, and I enjoyed her character. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
had
I
I
did
been asked to
too.
write it, I would have given it even more depth, right? I think
I
the little
see.
bit we learned about her being from Alderaan and all that was interesting, and I would
Yeah.
have expanded that. But
Mhm.
yeah, but Jon Favreau really likes her as a person and as an actress for what he wants to do, and that's why I don't give up the possibility of her returning, because this really messed up his plan. He has a several-year plan that got screwed up really badly by this stuff.
Mm.
So we
But when
will
you
we will
say,
see.
Lorena, when you say that, you are absolutely right. And that there are some people that just Gina was not their favorite character. I think the issue is though is people liked Boba Fett as the like not necessarily a villain, but he was one of the few that were morally gray, right?
He's an anti-hero.
He
He's
was
an
a
anti-hero.
right. He
Yes.
was a morally gray
Yeah.
character, but it's they continuously keep ruining these characters. We like them the way they are. We want him to stay in that morally gray area. If you start trying to take him and move him over to the good guy, you
Mhm.
know, you can kind of see his point of view type thing. You
See,
kind of you lose the love that you had for that character because it's
You're-
not the character you
you're
fell in
right,
love with.
Mandy. You're right, Mandy. And I actually, if I had been asked to write the season 2 finale of The Mandalorian, and with Luke Skywalker returning, I would have had Boba present in the room. At the moment he sees a saber, he pulls up his head, because the last time he saw that saber, it didn't work out for him.
No,
Yeah.
it did not.
Yeah.
It did not.
It did not.
It's like they just keep doing this with the villains, like Cruella, for example. I didn't watch it because I thought it was stupid.
I didn't
But
either.
those that loved Cruella for the fact that she was this vicious,
Crazy.
Her
badass,
name is
crazy.
Cruel Ella.
They
Like, dude.
loved that about her.
Fulfilling
That's what they
dog.
like. And when
What's great about Boba is he's not afraid of anybody. Remember in Empire Strikes Back, you know, he has no fear of Vader. He's like,
He doesn't
if,
care.
if Solo dies, that means I'm going to lose a lot of money, man. Don't mess with my money. He says that to
Exactly.
Vader's mask. He doesn't
Lorena
care.
was
He
saying
says
that
without any
earlier.
fear.
That's who he is. We said he's Big Worm, like from the movie Friday. Messing
Mhm.
with my money is
Mhm.
like messing with my emotions. And Mandy, you're absolutely right. We like our characters that way. It's like if
Yes.
you're going to extend the character, at least keep it recognizable. Keep that character recognizable. I would
Mhm.
love to see Boba Fett as basically, yeah, I'm a merc trying to get my money.
just
That's
going
all that I
around
care about.
messing shit up
Yeah.
Sort of
everywhere.
like what the
I would be down for
Mandalorian
that.
was. Sort of like the Mandalorian was in the
Yes.
pilot episode of Mandalorian. And then he's not that the moment he meets Baby Yoda, he's not that guy.
It goes
anymore.
away.
Yes,
And it's
it
just
goes
like now
away.
it's, you
The
know,
first one, he's like,
adventures
we can
and
do it the easy
babysitting
way,
in
or I can
space
take you
now.
in dead, right?
Uh-huh,
That
and it was-
opening scene is great. Where he's
it
like,
was
I can just kill
amazing.
you. You know?
Yeah, it was amazing. And then it just kind of every episode it got a little bit more where the character changed. What we liked about that character flipped on us and he became more of a dad-like character and more moral and
Exactly.
yeah, and it changed the way I felt about that character. And I feel like that is what they're doing with Boba Fett. I liked him as this ruthless, I don't take no shit. I'm out for my money, you
Mhm.
know, either pay up or I'm gonna disintegrate you type
One way or the
attitude.
other, you're going to pay.
Yes, and I don't want to see him. I'm not excited about seeing him done any other way other than that. Make
Well,
him that in different scenarios.
if I was asked to come on to this show, what I would say is you'd have to CGI young Harrison Ford and have a confrontation where Boba's like, we're gonna fix what happened last time, right?
Mhm.
It's like, I mean, Solo should be his adversary in this show. That
Yes,
would be really fun.
Absolutely.
absolutely.
That's how it always was. He's hiding out from bounty hunters, hiding out from Boba Fett. You know, but it's just like it's like they're taking one of the biggest member berries. Like yet another Deus Ex Machina, I would say. They use Luke Skywalker now. It's like they're going with Boba Fett. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm not too hype about how well it's going to go off. And I go on that based on how uneven I saw things in season 2 of The Mandalorian. So we'll see what happens. But kind of like Mandy was saying, they're, instead of making him a great character, they're trying to make him into an anti-hero. And you have to sell me on the fact that Boba Fett is going to stop being a bounty hunter. Now he just wants to be, he wants to be a mob boss.
Perfect galaxy for Boba Fett to be Boba Fett, because there's nobody in charge. Right? There's this new republic that hasn't fully gotten control of this area. He's in Tatooine, which is always chaos. He's even more chaos now. This is a great thing for Boba Fett to start his own crime organization, to essentially start like the Black Sun or whatever it was called in the EU books, right? To start his own criminal organization. I would be interested in seeing that, if the purpose of him becoming, Jabba's, heir is to become Jabba. That's interesting. But again, they haven't asked me to write this.
Yeah, they have to sell it to me. And in the trailer, they're not selling it to me. They're not selling it to me yet.
No, I wasn't sold with this trailer. I was not sold with this.
See, I feel like because I don't care about the story at all, and I'm only looking at it from the visual perspective, I feel like it looked like shit. Like it looks cheap. It looks like a very cheap, no budget. Like even when I looked at it, like the Mandalorian trailer versus this, the Mandalorian looked a lot better than this. I don't know what's going on with this show, but it looks not good.
I agree with you 100%, Nina, on that. It doesn't, I get that they are supposed to be in Jabba's palace and it's kind of, broken down and it's had some time. But at the same time, you gotta give us something, man. If they're not a fucking carpet you can hang up on the wall or something, the lighting seems off. And I get, again, they're trying to make it look dark and gritty. But
I feel like they're like, okay, the Snyder Cut made a lot of money, and we want like that Snyder-ish look for the Mandalorian, or maybe even moving forward for whatever they're gonna do with Star Wars. I don't know. But it just seems like they're going to that route of like darker, muted colors, kind of like they did with the Eternals. The Eternals has the same kind of like that weird.
It looks like a Mad Max, like a more the colors look like a more modern Mad Max, but Mad Max did better with the lighting that made it look.
And I think
brighter.
that's what it is. And correct me if I'm wrong, Kamran, but this to me seems like a failure on the part of who the cinematographer is, whoever's the director of photography. It just doesn't.
Well, certainly of what they've excerpted, we just don't even know what the first episode look like.
No, we have no idea what this is actually going to look like.
Yeah, and the critique is fair. Look, the critique is fair. I think what they were trying to do was to make this feel like rundown Tatooine, but from what we're seeing, it doesn't have the full life that even rundown Tatooine can have.
Exactly.
I've seen shots from like a horror movie when you see the establishing shot of the old house that time forgot, and it's dark, but you still get it just from that one shot of how it's set up, how long it's been deserted, the distressed fabric, the ripped couches, everything. You get that feel. And it's like, I don't get that kind of feel from this. So maybe again, they put out, a half-assed trailer just to put it out to say they did, and the next one will be better. I don't know.
And of course, this is just one or two scenes from the show. So it actually, or from whatever it is. So it could end up being visually stunning, like most of, again, the stories are shit, but visually, Disney does, even that crappy Beauty and the Beast movie, the live action they did, it was crap, but my God, it was gorgeous to look at. It was visually stunning. Yeah. So it may end up being that way too. I mean, we have to wait until the first one comes out to see. But if this is any indication of what we are going to get, if this trailer is an indication, I don't like the direction. It looks dead. It looks hollow. There's no life to it. And maybe that's what they were going for in this. I don't know, but that's what it feels.
Well, here's my thing. If you're going to put a trailer out, put a trailer out.
You better put some stuff in there to make me want to see it.
That's going to blow my freaking mind.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know what's happening on the show from this. This isn't a great trailer. I don't know what's happening.
Exactly. It's like I have no idea. I don't know what Boba Fett's motivation is except to make speeches, with the voiceover. I have there's nothing there. And like I said in my review of the trailer, you're telling me rather than showing me. A true gangster film, they don't say what they do it, and they make an example, and you can see, oh God, okay, this person is no joke. And we're not getting that from this. So granted, yes, we do have to wait and see what happens with it. But if the trailer, as usual, is the thing to sell the show, they're not making the sale. And to me, that just shows a profound lack of respect for your audience. If you're going to put a trailer out, engage us. Example, Sonic, the first Sonic trailer for the Sonic movie, that was flipping horrible.
It was,
And they reacted to it, and they learned.
yeah.
And they redid it. And it's like, man, if this was the first trailer that came, well, either way, they went and fixed it, which was great. And it looked amazing. You want to engage your audience and make them want to see it, not look at the trailer and just say, I don't know what this is, and I'm not interested in it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. And with this the like full trailer, or with this like a little teaser
Oh
thing?
no, this
This is the official trailer.
Official
Yeah.
trailer. This is from Star Wars official trailer.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess literally we're just gonna have to wait and see. But storyline, I can already tell you, I don't like what they're doing with the character. That is not the Boba Fett that I fell in love with, that I enjoyed watching. I don't want to see him become an anti-hero. I like that he was morally gray, that he literally did whatever the fuck was best for him. I liked that about him, the selfishness, the ruthlessness. I like that. I don't want them to change it, and I feel like they're going to. And I'm with Nina on, I don't like their color palette. There's a lot of browns.
It looked like ass, Mandy. It looked like ass. I hated it. I was like, but I don't. At least give the new fans or whatever
something
that
visually good to look at.
The visual stunning, because I know the story is gonna be shit. At least make them like
like
I think
I
think I don't trust Disney, Star Wars, any of that. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them as far as storyline goes. But again, this is just the one. I don't know why they picked these scenes to use for their trailer. But I do believe, if nothing else, Disney is usually on top of making things absolutely beautiful to look at.
Yeah.
So
usually.
Prime example. I'll just give you a prime example, Mary, not to interrupt you. Prime example. The trailer for Lightyear, the Buzz Lightyear origin story, that trailer is flipping beautiful.
It's amazing.
It looked good.
Yeah,
it did look
beautiful. It's like,
even though I don't necessarily agree with whatever the hell's going on in the movie, it looked good. It looked good.
It's just like, I don't know but I got an idea of what was going on. The trailer looked nice. It at least piqued my interest to say, okay, maybe I will definitely.
I just don't like that they revoiced him.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I didn't like the revoice.
Now he's Captain America instead of Tim Allen.
Can you share my screen for just a second?
Yeah, real quick, and then we're going to move on to the other story that comments.
So this is like one of the scenes, and this is like, I mean, obviously this is like a 720p cut off, like freaking, YouTube re-upload. So it's not the best image, but look at this image though. You can already tell like the mood. The like everything, like the lighting here, how the mist coming here, the like just everything about it. There's so much going on in just this one still shot where you can like clearly see. And this is from the 70s. Y'all can tell me you're not making a better movie now than what they had in the 70s. This is like, I mean, come on, man. I don't know.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, I saw what you said, a hasty teaser. Here's my thing. It's just like, it's some things you just need to hold back because the quality is just not.
Well, what they should have done for a hasty teaser is to make it more mysterious. Right.
Yeah.
Don't
even show the helmet off.
Yeah. I mean, don't take the helmet off. You have sees him. That whole feeling that you got from Mandalorian of the gunslinger that we kind of lost in that show. That whole feeling of him, like get back that Western vibe. The music. That's all you need. And then you pan up and you see it's Boba. You see
exactly
Boba Fett's mask or whatever. If that's the teaser, and I agree with you. Paulie, they're building it up, right? I think
Yeah.
I think that people in general, the normies are excited for this. So hopefully they'll get it right in the second one. We'll see.
I think even in the trailer, don't show the don't show the face. Everyone knows that mask. Like no one, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's iconic. It's like that's what you want to see in the show. When you're watching the show, you want to see him take it off or whatever, like to reveal that face. But in the trailer, when you're trying to tease people, you're trying to entice people to watch it. Why am I watching this? I'm watching this to find out who's underneath this mask. Why am I, why am I interested in this person underneath this mask and all that and so forth, so on and so forth, especially for that new generation that has no idea what's going on, right? Like you want to keep that mystery alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they failed with the teaser in that respect. So, but folks, I know we only have Kamran for a limited time, and I know Kamran wants to talk about. Let's see here. What is going on with the press about the Eternals? Because it is just like the critics have said, I have had enough of this. This movie is ass, and I'm going to call it and say that's what it is.
Well, I mean, I wrote something on my Patreon about this today because it's interesting the places that are being very, very aggressively critical, and they're not the places that you would expect, right?
No.
The reviews that have been incredibly critical are Slate, LA Times, BBC,
New York Post.
But New York Post, because it's a conservative paper. But these BBC is wokey, right? BBC, is screwed up Doctor Who, and then Forbes, which immediately triggers to me whether Nina you believe my theory or not about Chapek's chessmanship, but Forbes definitely was the one that first started raising the issues inside of Disney in February to everyone's surprise, and I believe they do have a direct line to Chapek. So when that Forbes thing came out, I said, okay, this is not normal for a place like the LA Times is wokoso newspaper propaganda, right? And for the ones, and they're all saying consistently that representation isn't enough. That just doing a hollow movie with brown and black and yellow faces isn't enough if the characters aren't interesting, right? And think about it. This is Chloe Zhao, who's a little bit of the Hollywood wonderkind right now. She won the Oscar, and she's your what the wokes allegedly want, right? Which is female director, minority woman, right? And they're saying, this isn't for her. She doesn't know how to do this kind of thing. That's how aggressive these are. That you should go stick with your independent films or whatever. You don't know how to make a superhero movie, right? And to have it that blunt, I mean, Slate called it a disaster. Right?
Wow, that's
in the headline, it's a disaster. And then you have your standard sort of, when you go to Rotten Tomatoes, you have your standard, like, who the heck is this person? Why is he a reviewer? You have all the thumbs up, right? But I focused on the ones that are the woke propaganda outlets, and they're the ones that are saying this. So that suggests to me, again, my personal belief, regardless of whether Nina believes it or not, is that Bob Chapek or his allies are having conversations with their friends in these places saying, I think it's time for you to do a certain narrative because Feige's time is up. And he went after the king and he missed, and I'm going to get him out. And the last several weeks, all we've been seeing is negative Feige stuff coming out. Just last week, the Russo brothers fearlessly revealed that Feige was stupidly going to kill 6 of the major characters in Endgame, and they had to stop it, right? That doesn't make him sound competent. It doesn't go over well with the fans. Then this project, which he has shepherded under his new sort of, I'm woke Superman at Marvel, this project is now being lambasted by the very people he thought was going to kiss his butt. And I don't believe that's coincidental when it's happening multiple times. I believe it's an organized campaign, but it has other implications because now that these people have thrown their dice on the what we have been saying, which is you can't just have faces without a story. I mean, this here screen has 3 minority people on the screen here, right? And we've been saying that you can't have just minority, but that's not enough. In fact, it's insulting to have a bad story and you got a brown face and this, that, and whatever. It's degrading to the actors to have to play this stuff to make you feel good about yourself. And now these woke outlets, mainstream upper level outlets like BBC, whether they're being manipulated by a power player to do it or not, have now put themselves in the camp of criticism, which they can't really back out of now. They've opened the door by saying maybe stories have to be stories.
Well, it was interesting to see it form too, because at first they all came out with their reviews being like, well, we just saw it and it's different. They kept using the word different. It's very different.
wonderful and groundbreaking and all the buzzwords that you know.
It
is a
was
crock of
mostly
crap.
different though, not like groundbreaking. They didn't
Not even
really say
courageous.
no
Mm-mm.
courageous like that. It was mostly just, oh well,
Oh.
that was really different. And different, by the way, to me, spells out what I'm talking about with this new look they're doing. They're doing this weird new filter, this weird muted colors. That's why Eternals looks like absolute shit, because it looks like they're doing some sort of weird Snyder cut thing. And that's why they keep saying it's so different, because it's got these like weird cuts and it's got this, the cinematography's off. I don't know what's going on with it. Obviously I will watch the movie and I'll figure that out. But it's just I think that's what it is. And they're using that to, you know, at first they were being all nice, like, oh, it's different. And then it went like, I don't know, somewhere it took a left turn. And then it was like, this movie is absolute shit. It's the worst of the MCU. Like, you're starting to get these weird headlines in, and you're like,
started off, Rotten Tomatoes started off fresh. Slowly but slowly, it's entered into the rotten area, and it's gonna get more rotten, right?
yeah,
And that's the audience reviews haven't come in. That's just critical.
No. And it's just interesting. I mean, I, for one, it's like I've decided I'm not seeing this because I'm tired of this pandering nonsense. Or somehow, because it's a diverse cast, all of a sudden it's supposed to appeal to me. That doesn't appeal to me. The story appeals to me, and it's frankly insulting that you think that I would settle for something like that. But that's my spiel. Aside from there, but
I'm only watching it because of the the YouTubes and.
I fell on that grenade for Shang-Chi, so I'm.
I know. I didn't watch Shang-Chi. That's the funny part, is I haven't seen that movie because you guys all said it was so bad, and I was like,
well, you're gonna go see this one instead.
I
think I might. No.
Comrade, so I had to see that.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Back it up here. I'm not paying Disney shit, Kamran, ever. So I'm not paying for it. That's
so
that's the thing.
Let's say she's
You're a true economic gorilla. I like it.
I'm telling you, man. I'm done with that company. Like, you know how Persians are. We hold grudges, man. It's okay when they destroy IP that I care about. That shit's over. Like, I'm washing my hands. You guys been out for
5,000 years. You stole our peacock throne from the Mughal emperor, but fine. That's fine. You hold your grudges. We get it.
Yeah,
By the way, I just wanted to ask Nita, have you seen Dune, right? Have you seen Dune?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So what did you think of the fact that there are all these nice Middle Eastern words and Persian things like the Padishah?
I love it. I mean, that was in the books, though.
Yeah,
it was great.
But they didn't have to. They could have totally dumbed it down and taken out all the Middle Eastern language stuff.
Yeah. I loved it. Every time I would hear Padishah, I was like, yes.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I loved it.
Granted, I don't.
Sorry, Lorena, what were you saying?
No, I was just going to say, if I do want to go out and see this, not this, like when I saw Shang-Chi, yes, I do go and pay. You want to know why? Because I want that freaking paper trail to say, yes, I did plunk down my hard-earned money, and this is why I'm going to flame you for what happened. Okay.
That's fair. That's
my thing. It's like, if I want to see something, if I don't want to see something, I'm not paying you for it. But if I'm doing it, I want that credit that says, you know what? Yeah, I did plunk down my money to see it. I did put skin in the game. I did not get a return on what I put in. And this is why. And this is what I'm going to tell you. So no, it's like, I don't blame people. It's like, companies piss you off. You know what? You do what you have to do.
With regards to just a little bit of a backtrack, though, with regards to Star Wars and all that stuff like that, Kamran, Dune is the way for me now, man. Like that, like I'm Star Wars.
I mean, they should just keep building this universe, because I love this movie.
Dune is
I actually, I know our friend Tom is still stalking us in the background. I like the score. I watched it again in IMAX, and I really listened for the score, and I like the score. So we don't agree on that.
I did too, Kamran. I did too.
I did not. I'm sorry. I love Hans Zimmer, and he has done some stuff that's been knocked out of the park.
That's not music, it's noise.
I don't know.
But it's noise that moves me emotionally. When the Bene Gesserit ship lands, that music, that twangy sort of music freaked me out, because they're it's supposed to freak you out. The Bonnie guys are crazy and they're dangerous, and you want to get that vibe.
I
Yeah.
mean, that part made sense, but like overall, it just seemed like it was too. It just seemed like it was too repetitive to me. And like I said, Hans Zimmer, God, I love him to death. I love his stuff, but this, I don't know. Everybody's got an off day. It's like asking which Toy Story movie do you not like? You know, it's kind of like, well, I got to pick one. It's going to be, this one. But overall, it was okay. It just was not. It was just not his best work. But I agree about the Benny Gesserit
universe. We can all. I think most of us will agree this universe is exciting.
Yes,
and I
absolutely. It absolutely
I hope
is.
that the world, even if Denis Villeneuve doesn't do more of these after the first two, I hope that they continue building this franchise.
Well, they're doing they're already doing the Bene Gesserit storyline for HBO. Right? Yeah,
I was up for a job on that, like before the pandemic, whatever. I came in for an interview, and then that whole project was shelved or just set aside because of everything that happened. But it got resurrected. They have a new showrunner now. The original showrunner was his co-writer, who was his buddy, but the gentleman had never developed a TV series, and I think you actually have to know how to run a TV show. I've worked on several TV shows with persons like, I wrote a movie, so I'm going to run a TV show. It's not the same skill, right?
It's not the same thing.
You're
telling me that HBO has learned from their lesson with Dan and Dave and actually hiring competent people now? Is that what you're telling me, Kamran? Oh,
yeah, I think Legendary may have a voice in it. I'm not so sure. I mean, HBO, like I said, HBO used to be Tiffany, right? Ever since Game of Thrones, I'm out there pitching something right now, and we're like HBO doesn't want quality epic material. They want Gossip Girl.
Yes, okay. I know you told me about
Tiffany
that.
You went from Tiffany to basically Wendy's, right? Below Wendy's. But everybody says it's just like, how did you get from that to that?
Unbelievable. Right? It's crazy.
So before we get on to super chats, because they are kind of starting to back up a little bit. Kamran, is there anything else that you can see with the way that Chapek, from what I understand, is starting to weaponize?
Well, I mean, a part of it is, I've been predicting this kind of stuff. I've been saying for some time that after this summer, when we saw this very open rebellion in Marvel, when we had Scarlett Johansson suing Disney, and then I predicted that because Chapek then responded by saying, okay, you don't like my distribution strategy, I'll do that with Shang-Chi and you'll see what happens, right? And then Shang-Chi didn't make as much money. And the moment the accountants, like within the second week, the accountants could say Shang-Chi's not going to beat the money that Black Widow brought in, Johansson folded and settled, right? And I said at that moment, Feige, who inspired this whole thing, took a shot at the king and missed. And I said that was a month ago, and it's been like it feels like a lifetime, because since then all we're getting is negative Kevin Feige stuff in the press, which is what I predicted. On our friends here at Midnight Edge, I predicted that I think now it's just because immediately within 2 days of Scarlett Johansson settling, Feige put all these like, oh, Bob Chapek is a great guy and all this. They put all that crap out. I was like, it's not going to be enough, Bob. You went after the boss and you failed. Boss ain't going to let you stick around, right? Whatever. And to answer, I see we have some super chats asking about what's going to happen with Kathleen Kennedy, right? But Kathleen Kennedy never went after the boss. She went after underlings, which is what you do in that position. You don't go after the boss. That's one of the rules of Hollywood. You don't go after the boss unless you have absolute nuclear weapon on them, right? You've got the video of them at the party that they were stupidly allowed you to take, right? That's what you do. You don't go after the boss. She never went after the boss. And that's why I think whatever her resolution will be, it will be very quiet and it will be very gracious and she'll be fine. Whereas this guy, we're beginning to see the rising, like you're seeing in these articles, these reviews that, Feige is basically being made to look like a moron. He's being made to look bad in these major news outlets coming a week after Russo's said that he doesn't know what he's doing. We had to save Avengers, right? It's going to get worse. There is a campaign building to get this guy out. And he's got nothing. Johansson was his bullet, and he's got no other bullets. Now he's like throwing darts, like these stupid things like last week. The last thing that we saw last week, this whole thing, this petition, the Imagineers want Chapek removed. That's a year-old petition that was ignored. They had like 50 people signing it a year ago. And then suddenly you hear in the press, oh, wow, there's all these, and they have all these people signing it. It's just like, that's Feige trying to rev up something. But that's not enough. That's not going to be enough. Getting a bunch of people to sign, 1,000 people to sign an Imagineer petition from a year ago can't stop when you got Slate calling his movies a disaster.
No, and plus to be realistic, these were former Imagineers, and the only
Correct.
people that
Bit
can
of
get
firewood.
Chapek out and quote unquote fired, one, you have to be a shareholder to vote for that particular action,
Yeah.
and if
Mhm.
you're not, you have no power to do that.
And it's
And
not
as we
Lorena
know,
who's a shareholder, it's BlackRock.
it's
right?
BlackRock and
Right.
Vanguard, both which
Yeah.
own 5% between the two of them. Super powerful hedge funds. One of them that manages Disney's retirement plans. You have to keep that in mind too.
So I interrupted Nina. I'm sorry. What you were going to say something when
No,
I
I just because speaking of ScarJo, like
Yeah.
this dropped like I
Yeah.
think it was yesterday or the day before. So how like what do you think of this? Because Taika Waititi is gonna
also
be
known as Taika George Cohen, but he that's actually his real name.
Oh, okay.
He
He's gonna
decided
be
it didn't
directing.
sound epic enough. It didn't sound
Really?
Yeah.
I
His
didn't know
real name
that.
is Taika George Cohen. Yeah. Go look it up
Wow.
on Wikipedia.
Wow.
Wow.
So he wanted to be really New Zealand.
Used to be the other way. They would try to like anglicize,
Anglify. Yeah, I was gonna say
anglify their
whiteify it,
names.
but
But now you
Right.
whiteify it, and now you Aboriginify it.
Yeah,
true.
just like with the Sheen brothers, they changed their last name to Sheen, but their real last name is Estevez.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know
Really?
that?
I didn't
Yeah,
know
you didn't
that.
know
You
that?
didn't know
That's why
that?
Emilio Estevez
No.
kept the family name.
Yes.
Oh my
Whereas Martin Sheen
God.
dropped it.
Yeah.
That's
Charlie dropped it.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so Taika Cohen, God bless him. He's look, he has some talent. I think he's blown his wad in many ways, PR wise. He's
Hey-o.
yeah, again, in other ways too. And I think this guy is seriously. He's in for some trouble in the next year, I think. So I don't know how this is going to play out. Johansson just wants to be back in the good graces of Disney and making money with them. And so she announced she was going to do Tower of Terror. I don't know that Taika is going to be doing it at the end of the day. I don't know.
I didn't think Taika was gonna be like attached to that. This surprised me a little bit, and I thought that this has to. I when I first saw this, I actually immediately thought of you because I thought this has something to do with this whole weird civil war that's going on in there. Because I feel like, well, okay, so whose team is Taika on?
He's on team the threesome. He's just on that team. Whatever gets him played, that's the team his team's on. He's a little bit like Boba Fett.
Gotcha.
Oh.
More or less Team Favreau, so probably whichever way that goes.
Okay. And this is reportedly, so it doesn't really say that he's attached. And the other thing is that Scarlett Johansson's production company is actually producing this film.
Oh.
As well. This is what we thought was going to get
really
to the side.
I haven't seen that in the trades. That would have been a big announcement. I mean, this is coming from a discussing film.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen that in the trade, so I don't know that I don't know that that's really going to happen. Like I said, I do think that he's a little bit of he's injured his own luster this year, and I think he should probably take a break. And by the way, I'm sorry, his name's Taika David Cohen, not George Cohen. I went.
I didn't know Disney owned Tower of Terror.
Oh yeah, they do. They do.
I thought it was at Universal. I thought it was
Oh no, Tower of Terror is out of Disney Studios. Studios at Disney World, and they actually have the rights to, I believe, to Twilight Zone, because they actually worked with Rod Serling's family to produce that whole Tower of Terror ride. That is like literally the most iconic ride there.
Yeah, I don't know why. I thought for some reason it was at Universal Studios and not at Disney Studios. I just had it confused. But I don't know. This is another one that I should probably be excited about. And I love ScarJo as an actress. I think she is an amazing actress. But I don't know. Anytime you put Disney on it, it's just it puts a bad taste in my mouth. It's like, ugh.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, it's like I told people, a lot of their creativity, the ones who were the real creatives, a lot of them have jumped ship.
Well, yeah, and they are just jumping on the back of other geniuses and taking what their genius created and dropping a giant deuce on it. So I'm assuming that's what we're gonna get again. I don't know. Maybe
Taika, though, one more thing. I actually watched Free Guy the other night.
Okay.
And he was in it. I
Yeah.
was like, I didn't even know Taika Waititi acted.
Like
I
I
was
said,
like,
Favreau
like,
acted.
that's
it's like,
true. That's true. I seen Favreau in a lot of stuff. Actually,
no,
the funny,
but Favreau's good. And he knows his limits. Like,
yeah,
he
Yeah.
he knows what it is. Like again, Mr. Waititi is a little bit, sort of drunk on his own myth right now, and so he's like, I'm going to be a movie star too, and it's just like, none of this is going to work out well.
Crazy. Well, folks,
Didn't you guys
we
see the Free Guy trailer he did with Deadpool and Kronk, or whatever the hell the Rock guy's name is?
I think I saw
No.
that like a while ago.
Yeah,
It was,
yeah, that
they,
was
they
because
were
Takai
watching
was
it
in.
together. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's because
Yeah.
Waititi was in the movie, and he's like asking him about, what do you think of that guy? He's like, I like him. He's got gloves on his hands, but he's got gloves on his feet. That's what it was, yeah, or something like that. I don't remember. It was like,
Yeah.
shit.
Mhm.
And he's like, I bet you got a Disney
Well-
Plus series, don't you? Fuck me.
Well, did you guys see Free Guy? The reason I'm bringing it up is, what did you think of his performance? Because I was like,
Oh, I've always liked him as a performer. I liked him in that
I didn't see it yet.
What We
I
Do in
didn't
the
see it.
Shadows as well.
Oh, no, I love
didn't see that.
what we do in the shadows. So
Mhm.
that
Was he
is,
better?
like,
I
my
didn't see
favorite.
it. Was he better? Was he better than Night Shyamalan, who throws himself into his movies?
Oh, hell yeah, because
Well,
Wait, how do you-
M.
wait,
Night- M. Night
he said
doesn't
the
usually
name.
Play
No.
big parts though. M. Night
Cameron knows
usually
how
has
to
a
say it.
very small cameo. Like, he has like a one-liner,
But wasn't
two-liner.
the Lady in the Water? Wasn't he like it's all about like he's a misunderstood writer? Wasn't that like some major part of the story? He's like
Which one?
playing himself.
I
as the
think maybe
misunderstood
that was like
writer.
the only one that he was in more than like 5 minutes. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, I don't know.
But
Taika
yes,
was
his
okay.
name
He
is
wasn't great.
Manoj Shyamalan, but no one pronounces it that way, so whatever.
Wait, because I'm trying to learn how to say it, because I call him M. Night Shyamalan, and I know that can't be right. So
No,
how do you say it?
Manoj Shyamalan, but again,
Shyamalan. Okay, I may say it right from now on.
I feel
Manoj and I don't know
awful.
where-
I should know his last name because apparently he grew up in the Philly area.
Yeah,
So
Did he
I'm kind of-
really?
Yes, he did. Because in some of his movies where where they reference some turnpike, and I'm like, that's not even the right one. But people who watch this movie, they wouldn't know what it is. But yeah,
That's
he's,
cool.
Yeah, we just call him M. Night pretty much. But
Well,
folks,
and he will always be remembered. The Sixth Sense is going to be a good movie 100 years from now.
I
So
love
God
that movie.
God bless him. He made one incredible movie.
Yeah.
It should have been the last movie after a long journey. It should have been his first movie.
The
But it
Village
is what
was
it is.
actually, I will argue that Unbreakable is the better of his movies than
I agree with you,
Sixth Sense.
Tom.
'Cause Sixth Sense doesn't hold up as much on second viewing as Unbreakable
I
does.
haven't watched Unbreakable. I will have to.
Oh,
I
Lorena, you need
heard
to watch
about
that.
it,
You need
but
to
I
watch
haven't
that.
watched it. I should have
Yeah,
watched
but
that
see,
instead
that's
of
the
The
thing.
Village.
That's the thing, though. He fucked up the ending. Like, I mean, Glass was terrible.
Yeah, Glass does suck.
Oh
Ah.
my God, Glass was
Mm.
awful. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
dude, you had the perfect story, and you just couldn't. I just couldn't
For
land
me,
it.
the last
Mm.
one of his movies I saw was Village, and I was watching Village, and I hated Village. And
I
was
did
watching-
too. That was awful.
I mean, I literally half the movie,
didn't
more
hate
than
it.
half the movie, I was staring at the piece of gum on the floor of my theater.
I
because that
was so
the-
freaking bored with that.
Mm.
I was really.
and I
pissed at the
said-
ending.
As the credits started rolling, I said, well, this dude always puts himself in movies. So if this is supposed to be like 1820 America, there are no Indian dudes running around there, like, no East Indian dudes, right? I was like, this dude shows up. This has got to be the modern day, right? And of course, voila, he shows up at the end of the movie as like
Yeah.
the park ranger, and it's like,
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
nuts.
No,
Don't put yourself in the
stopped
movie.
watching. I stopped watching his movies after he butchered Avatar: The Last Airbender. I was like, you know
Oh,
what?
I refused to watch
You
that
can
for
never watch
that very reason. I said absolutely not. I will not watch it.
Yeah.
But folks, we are backed up on Super Test. First of
yeah,
all,
because I got about 10 minutes. Are there
600
any that
of
I
you
should
guys
address?
watching, and there is a question for Kamran, so I kind of want to
Okay.
get to that one. So T Neil 89 for $5. Thank you so much, my dear. Says, hey Kamran, before you leave, I'd be curious to know your take on Kathleen Kennedy's current status. In theory, her last contract has expired. An interesting limbo.
Well, what I've said for some time is it doesn't matter, because however she leaves, whenever she leaves, it's going to be done graciously and quietly with a bunch of awards, and it's what people want, which is to be frog marched out of there, humiliated, publicly announced they fired her. You ain't going to get that. She's got too much 40 years of leverage and power and influential friends and videotapes on people. It's not going to happen. Never going to happen. Might happen to Feige, and that's what we were seeing, the PR building up against him. Feige might get frog marched out of there, right? But Kennedy won't. So it doesn't matter if they've given her an extension of 1 year, 2 years. It's a meaningless thing because she doesn't have any power. I think on all practical levels, even the people that are saying she has this contract, they're not saying she has any power for Star Wars. And now we're seeing Indiana Jones delayed for a year. And she's not even there filming. It's filming whatever last bits they're filming pickups right now. She ain't there for it, right? So she's being pushed out. And the reason I know that she's finished is she's now doing the Kamran Pasha thing. She's a YouTuber now. She's showing up on YouTube videos.
What?
Oh my God. Is she really?
Real?
Yeah, if you go to, she did a YouTube video a few days ago for the DGA where she's being interviewed by this purple-haired indie filmmaker chick.
Oh my God.
And
Kathleen Kennedy?
Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy. She did.
Yeah, I saw that going around. I saw that. I was like,
it's so
dude,
funny because it's
fuck?
exactly what her white woke woman wants. A nice black woman with purple hair who's an independent filmmaker with no credits, who's absolutely not her equal, so she could be the white woman giving you the pontificating.
Oh, good
this
God.
You're already watching this. She ain't gonna have anybody who could ask her in any kind. She just has somebody who's adoring her, who's nice and dark skinned.
Oh, I adore you. Save me.
Yes,
It's so nice of you to put aside your white privilege to talk to me.
And she's giving advice on independent film, which she has no experience in. For 40 years, her name at least has been associated with the biggest blockbusters on the planet. She's not out there making little teeny movies. So why is she telling this poor purple-haired, broke filmmaker chick independent film? But that's telling me that the two parts of her future are now being set. She's going to be pushed into independent film, which she knows nothing about, in the same way she knew nothing about Star Wars. So that's going to be amusing, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then she's going to become the mentor towards like poor minority people so she can ruin their careers.
Run from this chick. Run.
Well, she's doing the same thing as Brie Larson.
Giving them bad advice.
Yeah, she was doing the same thing as Brie Larson, because Brie Larson also did the YouTube thing, which she failed at.
Oh yeah,
and
because they don't get that. Once they stop getting their asses kissed in the industry, then they move over to YouTube to find, people that are, fans or more desperate for help. Like, hey, I'm trying to get into this. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I could give her advice how to do this. Heck, I'll help Kathleen Kennedy set up her Patreon. I'll help her do it.
I want her to come on Midnight's Edge. Let's have a conversation.
Oh yeah, I'll interview you, Miss Kennedy.
But the most amusing and offensive thing about this is Lorena especially, you got to go watch that video where you have this poor, like hyper excited young woman who is, like I said, the African-American purple haired independent filmmaker with no money or credits, right? You got to first interview her and all. I'm like, this woman, Kathleen Kennedy, took a black man in Star Wars and made him a janitor and a joke and humiliated him. She took an Asian woman who's stunningly beautiful and dressed her up in a potato sack, right?
Yep.
This is what they do to minorities. Yes. And that's the disgrace of the Directors Guild, making her, this young woman, do this interview and fawn over this person who sees her as her servant. We know from her career that she sees her as a servant.
And the fact that they had set it up as if Rey and Finn were gonna be together.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
And if you were so-called for diversity, you would have freaking made that happen. But did you make that happen? No.
It's the woke white woman will date the black guy secretly, but won't bring him home to mom.
Exactly.
Yep.
Watch Get Out.
Yeah.
I got a thing for Alison Williams. Oh my God.
I don't blame you, dude. I'm the man.
That's my archetype of.
No, it does feel like, though, that all of these woke companies are starting to kind of blow. It's like a firework in their hand, like just waiting to absolutely explode. You've got Image Comics creating a union now so they can choose what books to cancel and which ones not. You got that shit going on. You got Kathleen Kennedy slumming it down here with YouTubers. Like, I mean,
I get more views than she does.
Yes, exactly.
I was like, we got the Lucasfilm flying monkeys that got me kicked off of Twitter because I'm on. You don't even get as many views as me, lady.
Kamran, do you by any chance have the link to that interview for Kathleen Kennedy?
If you go to the director's DGA, go to the DGA YouTube site. It should be up, unless they pulled it. It was there a few days ago.
Okay,
so go YouTube DGA, Directors Guild of America. It'll come up. Yeah.
I'm looking because this may.
All right,
What do you mean there's no content? Okay, wait a minute.
Oh, okay. Did they take it down?
If they did,
what the heck? I see there's no content either.
Yeah, I had to click over to the videos and stuff is like
maybe they got embarrassed. Maybe they got embarrassed and took it down.
I think they took it down because
oh my god,
the whole channel's gone.
And I did a search.
Views. It was nothing, like nobody saw it. But you go to the comments, it's like Jeremy for Geeks and Gamers. It's like those are the only comments are like the making fun of her.
Oh, either they deep sixed it or they took it offline because when you go to the homepage, it says this channel has no content.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting too. So
okay, I thought it was just me.
Yeah, like I'm sharing my screen right now
because I was gonna have some fun breaking that video down. Shit.
She ain't ready for the YouTube world because it's people coming after you.
You're not hidden behind some little veil where nobody can say anything till you surrounded by your lackeys on YouTube. You have real people, real fans of this content that you have absolutely destroyed, and they are probably going to call you on your bullshit.
I'm so confused though. Why would this whole channel be
because they can't make it? They can't take down one video because then it's obvious. But did you see how crazy it is that the Directors Guild of America YouTube page has no videos on it?
Yeah, I know. That makes zero sense.
No, they took the whole thing down because they can't take her video down because then people will mock that.
Yeah, they're doing a deep scrub like people do on Twitter, where you scrub a room to start a new one. Oh wait, Valiant said he just pulled it up.
Oh, he found it. Valiant found it.
You're not. Producers Guild. Which?
Oh, was it the Producers Guild?
But even then, Directors Guild.
Videos.
I put the Directors Guild.
I put Directors because that's what you said.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was Directors Guild. It was Producers Guild. If that's what it is.
It's Producers Guild.
Producers Guild.
Forgive me if I was wrong. But why does the DGA have no videos? That doesn't make any sense to me.
That's weird.
That makes no sense.
I wonder what their last video was. I wonder.
Okay, yeah, that's the one. You're right.
Because two lovely ladies on his side.
I see him immediately. I saw that one immediately. It was like the first.
I found it.
Yeah,
the lovely purple-haired lady.
Yeah,
with the braided purple hair.
Yeah,
that's the one we make fun of. Like, no,
I'm just so glad they didn't make her wear a mask.
Right, mind gets braids that freaking color.
That's the one.
But that's who she believed. That's the minority she's going to save and make her clean her toilet.
Let me.
That's the
right here.
She's going to be saved from a horrible life of being on the streets.
Yeah, I think we both.
And how disgusting is that too? To claim that you are so, like you so want to help and you just disregard and put them in such shit roles. That is some purple hair.
That is
But you start off with the white woman with the blonde hair introduces the purple haired woman to do the interview with the white woman with the brunette hair. That's how the thing goes.
Oh my gosh!
Oh god! Okay.
You should watch this video and do a commentary on it because you're like,
I'm gonna have to because I can't let that freaking stand. I'm sorry. I used to wear braids back in the day before. I got high enough in the corporate ranks for people to pay attention, but it's personal choice. I would never wear braids like that. Not that freaking color.
And by the way, as a friend of mine, Isaac Fisher just sent me a message saying, look at the likes and dislikes. It's like 29 likes and 159 dislikes. But even then,
it's true.
I mean,
it's been ratioed.
Like I said, I get more viewers on this channel than she got on that channel.
My problem with the hair isn't so much the braids; it's the weird sideways thing they all got going on now. It's like it's always shaved on one side, and then like you got this. Weird
here's the thing: I don't know if it's shaved or if it's that it's braided to one side because that is an actual style. We're depending on.
Yeah, she may have hers just literally braided over to one side.
Can you share it again? Let's see. Like, I feel like
That's what women do. Critique each other's
maybe-
hair. That's what women do.
So if she has it, the braids starting from this way over to the side, then it's probably not shaved, because there are braided
Is-
styles where, depending on where it starts at, it's not shaved. That's just where the braid originates.
Do
Oh
people
my God,
still do they still do it to the side like that? Because I haven't seen this hairstyle in many, many, many years. I mean, the braids alone, but then the side braids. It's been a long
It
time
is-
since I've seen that. That's almost like the white man's mullet. You don't see them
It
very
is-
often, but when you
it
do,
is-
it's remarkable.
It is not the current style for braids, really, if you want to be fast and forward. I don't think I've worn my hair braided like that to the side since I was probably 10.
Yeah, it was like the 90s,
Wow.
right? This was a
Yeah.
90s hairdo.
This is definitely 90s.
Because I had a friend that used to do mine like that. My God, my head would hurt the next day too
Oh,
from how tight
man.
those braids
Yeah.
That used to
But-
flip and make me miserable.
were. Right? But I had a friend that every time I would go over to her house, she would do my hair in the side braid. And it was really cute because it was in, it was in style back then. So it was adorable. But
Oh
I
my
don't know about
gosh.
this.
I may need some wine to watch this.
You watch
Oh, you're
it.
gonna
You need
need
to
a
be
bottle.
drunk.
Watch this. See how she tells a person of
have to
color
drunk
with
watch
short hair. the
You're gonna
profound
need some
wisdoms of independent
cocaine for
film.
this.
Oh man.
And the very nice lady that's at the other part of the screen here, the one who introduced them, she looks just like someone that I saw at a Halloween party this weekend. I went to a big first time in 2 years, finally nice Halloween party. A friend of mine hosted,
Aw.
went to her house, and this was literally the first minute of me walking in. So my friend is a nice normal person, and she had all these people over, and I walk in, and this blonde lady was a guest at my friend's house. Was a guest, and I walk in, and I just reach out my hand, just to shake hands, whatever, to this person. And she goes, "Oh, of course, I'll shake it. By the way, I'm double vax." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's nice." I said, "That's nice. I don't need to know your private medical things." She goes, What do you mean you don't need to know? We all need to know." And she's like, "We all need to know. This is not a private matter. I need to know right now. Are you vax? Are you double vax? If you're not, I need to know right now." She's like screaming and panicking in the middle
Oh
of
my
friend's
Oh my
gosh.
living
gosh.
room.
You got
And I'm like,
accosted.
And I was like, I really think these, you're at my friend's house. She's invited me. You don't need to know my
Mhm.
medical history, and you don't need to know anybody else's medical history. You're a guest. But she's like, "No, I need to know everyone's situation right now. Otherwise, I'm not safe here." I'm like,
What a gong
mental
show.
illness 2021.
It's
Oh,
a
God.
cult.
And I think
See,
that's
I
kind
think
of-
if I ever ran into somebody that was saying that to me, I would say something like, "Oh, okay, well, yeah, I've got like the worst case of crabs, and I got anal fissures," and I would just start coming up with the nastiest of
Yeah,
shit that I could
It's just like,
conjure up.
I don't worry, I'm double V, but the herpes isn't going away though.
The herpes aren't going well. Then scratch your crotch a little bit before you hold your hand out.
The real question here, Kamran, is what did you dress as? And this Halloween
what were
costume
you
party?
dressed
I dressed as a rich filmmaker guy. So I wore like just nice shirt and pants, whatever.
Aw,
That's
I bet you
that's
look
just lame, Kamran.
handsome.
That's low effort. I
That's
need
low.
you to
I
step up
can't
your
Cameron was
remember
looking,
Halloween
don't
game.
be like
All I'm
that,
doing
Nina. Cameron was
Instagram.
probably looking sexy as hell, looking like a Bond guy,
I
looking all nice.
brought out, I was dressed as a very sexy African American dude from the 90s.
See?
Who
See
would
what's
buy
wrong
an
with that,
Express,
Nina?
Express shirt. No, Express is the best place. Like Brooklyn Express would get the best shirts. So I mean, if you want to look like a black guy that gets laid, you go to Express.
All right,
So
all
if you
right.
feel like
There
that's
you
fair,
go.
I feel that's
Great
fair.
advice. Great advice from
I
Kamran.
would have to.
But no,
agree with that.
I went. My friend was dressed as a witchy poo. Other people were dressed in all. One person came dressed in total Mexican regalia of the Dia de la Muerta, right?
Yeah.
That's coming up this week.
Oh,
and that
the
was
Like
amazing.
Catrina.
face, all
Mhm.
painted,
Face,
Yeah.
all
the
painted,
sugar
the
skull face.
full regalia, and it looked great.
Oh my
I
god!
did that last
When she
year.
started telling me how excited she was to get her booster, I'm like, can we all just get off this conversation?
Oh
Just
my
go ahead
It's
and-
like, come
God.
on, nobody cares.
That
don't
reminds
care.
me of
Let's
sitting
just
around with a
enjoy
bunch of
our time
old people listening to all their medical ailments. You ever been around your grandparents and they're sitting there like, "Yeah, your papa over here, his leg's been
Mhm.
hurting him
Oh.
this week, and I ain't
Oh
been
my
able
God.
to sleep
I was
for
at the bank today, and this dude was standing at the counter next to me telling his entire medical history to the bank, to the cashier. He's just like, yeah, and he was just like, I got my legs ain't working. I feel like killing myself. I'm like, Man, I just want to cash a check. I don't want to be around.
Right?
What the fuck?
Right? No.
I just can't.
They
I just
wanna
can't
get
take it anymore.
lonely
I'm
and
like,
they
what
just-
is going
they
on
just
here? Why is
wanna-
everyone crazy?
They
What
Why is
is
everyone
this
crazy?
bizarro world? Like, what the?
Well, it's
man.
Los Angeles. It's not Mexico. Los Angeles is crazy.
It is
Yeah,
nuts.
they're
It's crazy
insane.
Eddie level of crazy.
It was
Yeah.
nuts when I left, but it's just gone on steroids.
It's-
over the
yeah.
past couple of years.
Yeah, but they need to bring back cocaine over there. What the hell is going on? Stop doing meth. Go back to cocaine.
Stop drinking. It
All right,
makes you
look, ladies,
depressed.
I actually have to start winding down. Is there anything else that I need to answer to or take off? Or is there any last
Hold
sort of
on
thing?
one second.
Yeah,
There's one that I just saw your name pop up in, Kamran. Let's see.
There
Okay.
is
Yeah, Nova Zero 045 Australian dollars. It says what Kamran describes is what it's like here in New South Wales, Australia. But I'll also add how they'll report you. Rational thinking is an underground movement.
Yep.
All I
Yeah,
can
it
say is
is.
my compassion goes out to all of you in Australia. I will
Yeah.
say this, interesting. I've recently been flooded with emails from people where I said, I feel bad for the restrictions of people in Australia. And some people got very upset about that and sending me a lot of messages on Facebook and Instagram where they say, everything we are doing in Australia is to protect the people. I'm like, I'm glad you have that opinion. I tend to sympathize with Nova Zero's opinion. So if you want to send me, if you're upset that I have this opinion, I think Australia can do better than what it's doing right now. I don't think the people of Australia deserve better than what they're getting. That's just my view.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
100%. I feel horrible for the people in Australia.
It's like I never thought that something like that would happen.
I never
there, and
thought
it's
I would
just-
say it.
It's
Well, that's what
awful.
happens when you voluntarily give up your guns.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Give up your guns. Nothing bad will ever happen.
Give it up.
Okay.
You don't need them. You don't
And
need
that's
them.
why I believe America, despite everything we're going through, is completely unconquerable. It's unconquerable.
Oh, totally.
It's armed to the teeth. It's just unconquerable. And that's a blessing.
Yeah. There's a reason that we have arms is to protect ourselves against a tyrannical government.
And now I'm hearing more and more people in LA privately admitting to me they need to get a gun because LA is becoming so physically dangerous. Actors, lefty actors are privately, they know they're safe. Privately, they will admit to me, I got to go to get a gun. I got to get gun training, right? And so, it's just the culture here is changing because.
Well, I love the fact that you added in that they're going to get the gun training because honestly, as a owner of a firearm, that is the most important aspect of being a gun owner is to know how to use the damn thing.
Absolutely.
And to use it safely. So no, I think honestly it's our right as Americans. I think everybody should have one, especially right now.
To defend yourself,
Exactly.
it's your right as a human being to defend yourself. And, and I just found out today that a young woman who I've been mentoring actually made a film with the poor woman that was killed a few days ago, the DP. And so I hadn't heard from her for days because she was the loss of her friend. They had made a movie together recently. And so she has, from the message she left me, she has some pretty strong opinions about what happened there. She seems to believe it wasn't an accident. I don't know what the details are, but I'm going to talk to her because she knew these people. So I want to find out what she think happened there. I don't know what happened.
Come on, email me afterwards.
yeah.
I'm going to grab my popcorn.
She left a pretty emotional voicemail for me and said, that indicated she believes there's more going on than public knows.
That's crazy. There is another super chat here that I saw your name in.
Did it just come in?
No, it was before. Joker Voice of 5 says Kamran's 100% correct. Elements like Black Sun, Crimson Dawn, the Pikes, etc., is a fresh take rather than the standard Rebels versus Empire.
No, thank you. I mean, I believe the EU has everything. The EU can solve all of it. The EU,
absolutely.
The fake legends can solve all of it. It's all there. It's all there. And so, ladies, I do have to hop because I've got to prepare for something else. But I want to thank you as always. I love having beautiful women around me and Tom in the background.
Well, we love having you here.
Infinity's Instagram photos of her Halloween costumes. Yeah, you're right. I'm lazy. You're not lazy. You're
You got to step up your game next year, man. It's okay. It's okay.
I'll wear a Rolex to show I'm a rich filmmaker in real life.
Yeah,
there you go.
Just
There
don't
you
get
go.
one from John Mayer because he gives out fake Rolexes to the women he sleeps with.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was pretty
That's
funny.
all-
They went to go sell them and found out they were all fake, and he had been buying all
Next
these
time I'm
girls'
on-
Rolexes.
Wow.
Next time I'm on, I'll tell you some story of Hollywood seduction
Oh
So,
my gosh,
Oh,
please.
yes.
I mean,
Please,
I heard
we
some
gotta have
wacky,
this
wacky-
conversation.
Please,
and like
please.
old school stuff. That
Yes.
that's wow, that's
We need to have this conversation.
We need to have this
Yeah,
conversation.
that'll
I've heard
be
some amazing stories,
interesting
like,
to hear.
wow, I mean, that's I never imagined that. And so, and I just want to take a moment to just say, if those of you who haven't joined that, my Patreon is here. It's in the link down. It's actually doing really well. We've just exceeded 125 subscribers today, and I'm now just a few days ago I started offering discounted writing consulting services, and a bunch of people have taken up. People are sending me their scripts, they're sending me their manuscripts, their books, and I'm actually providing them feedback, which is actually helping them hopefully get to a place where they can get their thing made or get it published. So if anybody wants to come to my Patreon, and you'll get weekly articles of my personal beliefs about everything and what's happening in Hollywood, but also you'll have these opportunities to contact me directly and potentially arrange consulting arrangements. And people seem to be liking it. So come join me. It's fun.
Yes, and let me tell you, if you are interested in writing, you definitely want to talk to Cameron, because I have read some of his stuff. He is amazing. So yeah, he is just an incredible writer.
The last thing I'm going to say is, since Mandy has read my script, the script you know about, there's been some major news around that, but I cannot reveal it publicly. So Mandy, your good wishes have been helping. I'm just saying that. I know, I hopefully will be in a place where I can announce something, but I gotta, for a lot of reasons, gotta keep my mouth shut right now.
Yep. Completely understand, Love Bug, but I'm so
it's
proud
funny
of you.
Now my career takes off, and Kathleen Kennedy comes to YouTube. We're just two ships passing in the night.
That is great.
How that.
Oh, I love that. I wish so much success for you, Kamran.
Yes, absolutely.
It's been a long time coming.
All right, ladies, God bless. I'll tell you all privately when we have don't have a public. I'll tell you what's going on.
Awesome.
Sounds
Bye,
good.
Love Bug. Have a great night.
Bye, Cameron.
I love that guy, man.
Me too.
Kamran's so
Having
great.
that guy on. And folks, please do smash that like button. We have over 600 of you folks watching. Thank you so very much. You guys are absolutely amazing. So I know you've been very patient. So we are going to get back to these super chats. We only have Cameron for a limited amount of time. So we kind of, want to have him get to what he needs to get to, especially when you guys have questions. It's always great. So let's see. We have T Neil 89 for $2. Thank you so very much, my dear. Woke don't buy things. Who cares if they boycott?
I know, right?
Exactly.
They don't buy this stuff.
No,
let them boycott it.
They only boycott stuff to get attention. They still buy the shit. I mean, look at how many of these absolutely woke people that are out there fighting for rights and all of this, and yet every damn one of them are wearing a pair of Nikes.
I know, right?
You know what I mean? They're not
using an iPhone.
Dude, are you kidding me? Did you see that new Colin Kaepernick?
Oh, girl, don't even get me started on that.
Don't. And not enough time, not enough cocaine.
Exactly.
I was just like,
not
are you
that I do that,
kidding
but
me right now?
You get to a point where listening to too much of that bullshit, or you're going to need to do something.
I can't. You know what? It's people, I'm going to say a personal plea. Ignore this fool. Please stop giving him airtime. Please stop putting his name in your mouth. Let it starve itself and go away, because this man is a freaking embarrassment.
He's a tool. He is a tool, and the worst kind, because I do honestly believe he actually believes his own bullshit. He's not just, he genuinely...
no, he doesn't.
You don't think so? I think he has victim himself to the point to where he I think this dude curls up in fetal position at night with one thumb in his mouth and one in his ass and just cries about how hard the world has been to him.
Hell
as he
no,
cashes
Mandy.
in
This
his $1
guy's
million
got the
paychecks.
grip down to a T. This is a grifter.
You think?
I can see it both ways. When I look at this guy, it's kind of like who was Talcum X?
Jesse Smollett?
No, not Jesse Smollett. Oh God, it's kind of bad that I can't even freaking remember things. Anyway, the guy who kept pretending that he was black, but he won't take a DNA test to prove that he isn't.
Oh yeah, Talcum X. Okay, yes.
Wait, wasn't the woman that was running the big foundation for for Black people. Wasn't she white too? Didn't she end up being white?
Rachel Dolezal.
That's her
Yes,
name.
That's the
Yeah.
only one I know of. I'm not sure on the other one there, Lorena.
Which one?
That's the dude.
Yeah,
Talcum,
the other
that's
one
just the
doesn't
dude.
ring a bell, but the other one does. The Rachel Dolezal one does.
Yeah, I can't remember the other guy's name for some reason. I keep saying
I can't
Malcolm
either.
X,
I
so
know
people probably in
exactly who
the
you're
chat
talking about.
or remember that. But I think, you know, you're both right. You're both right because you have these grifters out there. Well, this is all this is all that they're going to do, and more people fueled what was going on with Kaepernick rather than just ignoring his ass and say let him be stupid. Eventually, he got made into a martyr. And he said, you know what, I can make more money stirring up ish than actually performing on the field.
Yep.
Actually
Well,
having
exactly.
some sports talent. Didn't
Well,
want to do that.
No, I mean it's this has been a thing forever. I mean, look at what is it? The Hubbard guy from Scientology. His whole thing was if you want to be rich beyond your imagination, make a religion, right? And that is almost what these people are doing. They follow this religiously, this belief system that they have created in their own head that nobody else understands, nobody else gets, nobody else believes in it, but they very much follow these ideologies very, very religiously, and it's almost cult-like. If you watch the way the woke act, it is a very, very, very
Girl,
cult-like
you are so
mentality.
much more right than you possibly realize. It's the same thing going on with the COVID cult.
It is. There's that, and it's like, I don't know. These people just form these little, and like I said, it is boiled down almost to the point of these people are so adamant about it that it is like their religion. And it's so weird for your religion to be what's between your legs. And that to me is just the oddest thing is, I don't know. It's so weird.
It's nuts.
It is, and it's nuts. But deprive this guy of a freaking
Oxygen.
a platform,
Yeah,
an
I
oxygen, because
agree
you're
with you,
always
Lorena.
going to have that group of people who are going to make money off of other people's suffering. So
Yeah.
it's the same play. Ignore this dude.
Exactly. Did y'all know that Elvis, his agent, they had people that absolutely adored Elvis and loved him to death. But then you had a hate group. So Elvis himself started selling like I hate Elvis buttons and shit like that so he could too cash in on the haters as well.
He leaned into it.
He leaned into it. So his own company started making like the I hate Elvis merchandise. So Elvis, every time somebody bought a basically, I mean, it was 50, so
that's what happened
this,
with
but
Joe
like
Rogan too.
Exactly,
like he's selling
yes.
like the masks and shit, and he's like, I don't
That's
give
so
a
funny.
fuck. You want to pay me?
Oh
You
my
can pay
God.
me to what?
I love people with that mentality. I really, really do. I think that is just the most base boss shit ever.
It's it's something.
It is.
Bird Up sends us a $20. Thank you so much. Says it feels like the Boba Fett thing is nostalgia bait with the character that was popular in the 80s just for looking cool. It would have worked for me back then, but now it feels artificial and disingenuous.
That's because Disney has already bent you over so many times. You kind of get just anytime they come around, you're like clenching your butt cheeks. But yeah, I 100% know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, it probably would have worked on me back when I was 17 or 18, but now
it would have worked for me before Disney Star Wars. It would have worked for me.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yes.
100%.
Absolutely. But yeah, since Disney took over Star Wars, the first one I didn't particularly like, but I thought, okay, it's the first one. The second one, it's gonna get good. And then it got a lot worse. So yeah, it's the no faith in Disney. I think
there isn't, because like I said before, the creatives that actually know what they're doing, most of them have gone. They've gone. They've left the company, and Disney could have really done something with Star Wars, but they didn't, and they went with their own brand and couldn't even hustle their own brand, and it didn't work. It's like I tell people every time I go to Hollywood studios, and I go in, Galaxy's Edge, there's nothing really happening there.
No, you said
Nope.
it's absolutely dead over there.
It's
It's like a ghost town. It looks a lot like what Jabba's palace looks like.
pretty
Yeah.
much. It's a ghost town. It's pretty much it's the pathway to, to get to like Toy Story Land, and then that's really themed
Right.
because it's like, wow, everything looks like, it should be, and you don't need a freaking comic to explain what it's
Yeah,
supposed to be
well,
there.
I play The Sims, and I bought the new Sims 4 expansion when they came out with it, the Star Wars one,
Yeah.
and it's shit too. So I'm just gonna put that out there. It's there's
Lord.
none of the you don't get like Darth Vader. It's all the new characters.
No.
I don't know why
Like-
that made me laugh. Like even
It
the
was-
Sims fucking
Yeah,
mod
they
of the
done
game.
Yeah,
took
they
over The
did.
Sims and
They
brought
did.
shit to it.
They did to pimp up what was it? I think it was Rise of Palpatine. They
I
dropped
think it
that in
was.
there.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
God, it was
Yep.
a freaking hot mess.
Yeah, I think it's on me. Kosh for £5. Thank you so much, love bug. Hey, cluckers. Have to say, I really want the Book of Fett to be amazing. Hope is all I have. I'm with you.
Aw.
I'm
I
with
hope-
you, love bug.
I
I'm
hope
with
it
you.
is. For those of you who are excited about this, I really hope that it turns out the way that you want it to.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because
please,
the fans
please
deserve
don't.
a win. Yeah.
Yes, please know that just because we're bad mouthing it, we all want it to be good too. We don't sit around and hope that Disney fucks up something else that we love.
No.
We just call them out when they do it. So yeah, I really do. I want Boba Fett to be so good that you guys say, Mandy, no, you have it all wrong. You need to
Mhm.
watch this shit.
I have no problem eating crow if
No,
this
me
me
neither.
too.
turns
Me
out
neither.
to be amazing. Like I said in my review, I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I
me.
really do
I
hope
mean,
I'm
me
wrong.
too. Coach, I'll tell you this, and shameless plug over here. My show is called Infinite Hope, so I'm about hope. I love hope, and I'm always hopeful that things are good. I just have very little of it when it comes to Disney Star Wars, but I'm hopeful for you. I hope that it works out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to let me know, Kosh, if you watch it, if you liked
Okay.
it. Because if
Yeah.
so, I will give it a
Mhm.
chance if you come back and
Yeah.
say it's good. But you got to call me a clucker
Mhm.
because I want to be a clucker. I like that.
To touch base with you, because yeah, I will be watching it. So let's see, Dark King for $5 Australian. Thank you so very much. A hired killer can be an anti-hero. See Clint Eastwood in the Dollars trilogy. Definitely not a good guy, but somewhat heroic in context. And the thing about the anti-hero is there's always that edge.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't lose, he doesn't lose that edge.
It can be. I agree 100%. A hired killer can certainly be an anti-hero.
Mm-hmm.
But he never has been before. So it is an absolute swap up and change of a core character dynamic that we have grown to care about since the late 70s. So I
Mhm.
think that's where my issue is, of course. And if they write it well, I'll eat crow on that one and be like, okay, they did a good job with it. But I've seen what Disney produces as far as their writing goes.
Mhm.
And I have so little faith that they can do this character the justice that he deserves. I mean, look at what they did to Luke. I mean, if that's how they treat Luke, what are they going to do? And I'm not saying they're going to have him drinking, alien titty milk by any means, but you know what I mean? I just don't think
Well,
they're
one
going
of
to
the
do
things
it
that
well.
already made me nervous about it, I'm not even gonna watch the show, but
Mhm.
and just seeing that lady next to him,
Oh,
and
Ming-Na.
yeah,
Wen, Fennec
yeah,
Shan.
yeah. I was
Mhm.
like, what? So is she gonna be like the actual boss, and he's just like basically her bitch? Like, I don't
She
really
sounds
know.
like I keep using mob boss terminology, but this is what they've set up, so I'm going to use it. She's pretty much like the enforcer.
Okay.
How
You
are
know.
they going to do with it being Disney now? True or
Mhm.
false? Jabba, in the Hutt family, they had a lot of their little, not fingers, but whatever you would call it, into slavery.
Yes.
How
Yes.
is Disney going to? That does not seem like something Disney would really like dig delve deep into, you know? And that again, that
They're
is
just gonna gloss over
They're
it.
gonna.
Mandy.
I think
gloss.
how they're gonna
Gloss.
gloss over it is because the empire fell.
Yeah.
The republic is reforming itself, so slavery is over. That's probably exactly what
They're just gonna gloss right over it, Mandy. They're
Yeah,
gonna be
they
like,
don't.
yeah,
They
yeah,
don't.
there
They
was
don't want to touch
some,
that.
but
They're not going to talk about enslaving Twilight dancing women or
Right. That just
anything like
seems
that.
like, again, I don't know Star Wars probably like you ladies know it, and certainly not like a lot of ladies here know it, but it seems like that was a big core thing with the Jawas. They put you in the cryogenic chamber type thing, and then they got you in the Leia slave suit,
Yeah,
looking all kinds of hot down there.
dumped you in a Rancor pit. If
Yeah,
they didn't like
yeah.
how you danced. I
Yes,
mean,
Yeah.
exactly.
the Huts were freaking ruthless
Hmm.
gangsters and
They were scary,
ran
man.
They were.
Tatooine. They were not somebody you wanted to freaking mess with.
So is it, in this case, is it a good idea for Disney to delve so deep into the underground lore of Star Wars? Can they do this justice with the let me think of how to say it, the moral ground that Disney itself has taken time and time again? How are they going to make this good when they are so to the point of family friendly, unless it is talking about sexual things? How are they going to do that?
They can't. I
They
mean,
can't.
they're not going to be able. They can try it, but they're not going to be able to do it well. When you're talking about the underworld, you are talking about all kinds of unsavory things that are going on:
Correct.
slavery, human trafficking,
Yes.
prostitution,
Mhm.
racketeering. And anybody who's seen any kind of mob movie, that's like the Goodfellas, making a
Yep.
G-rated version of the Goodfellas. That
Yep.
is not. That is not going to work.
Yeah, make a
No.
G-rated casino and come talk to me,
Yeah,
man. Nobody's
exactly.
gonna want to watch
That's
that.
what I mean. I mean, they're even changing the name of Slave One. So how much underground Star Wars stuff are we really gonna get from this if they are too afraid to go where you need to go to show that there's some bad shit going on in the universe, and that's the point. But if you can't show it, you can't even call the ship Slave One.
You can't. And even to bring up Revenge of the Sith, that was the only Star Wars movie that was PG-13 because of the themes that were in it. And
yeah, and he
if they
killed
can at
younglings in
least,
that.
he killed younglings. You saw, I call them escorts because that's pretty much what they were. And that, that opera scene where they're
That's
running up,
true.
yeah,
Yeah.
you could figure out what the deal was, what was going on in the underworld in Coruscant. And if that was
Definitely.
PG-13, and actually they peeled it off pretty well, I don't know if Disney can even do that.
No, I don't see how they can do this character justice just because of because of the moral ground which is they are Disney, right?
Do you guys think if this was like an HBO Max show or something like that, like
I think
it
it would
might be
have
a
a
little
better
bit hotter?
chance. I think it would have a better chance of being more true to the underworld, the underdoings of the Star Wars universe. I think that Disney it's going to be the difference of HBO would be like learning about it in college, where Disney is like learning about something in, first grade. What you get is a sugar-coated, rainbows and happiness. And it's not until college when you start history there that you learn, wow.
Yeah.
That's not at all the way I remember being taught this issue. You know what I mean? So, and I didn't go to some woke ass university either, but you know what I mean? It's just sugar coated. How can you do it when you can't talk about any of the topics that make something what you would consider underground, which would be the human trafficking, the things that, all of the drugs. I don't know that there are drugs, but
violence
the
level.
violence level.
Death sticks.
Yes.
Of course there's drugs.
You
want to buy some death sticks?
I can't see Disney recreating that scene, from I think it's I want to say the Untouchables, but the one with Al Capone, where that scene where they're at dinner and he's walking around with a baseball bat.
Yes.
And what he did to that guy who ratted him out. I don't see Disney doing
There's
something
no
like
joke.
that,
Yeah,
but
those movies are no joke.
No, I think
yeah.
I would be more hyped for this if it was on HBO. Some within a company that is more
Even
willing
Amazon
to,
Prime. I mean,
even
hell.
Amazon Prime, they're willing to
I
show underground stuff.
Yeah.
Lord knows Netflix will show some underground
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I don't think that this I don't think Disney should be the one trying to use this particular character because they can't do it justice.
No, they can't.
Yeah, and
because
then
they've
they're gonna be
picked,
like, "It wasn't made for you."
No.
Yeah,
when
exactly.
it's not
No.
successful.
But to
Mhm.
add one more thing to it before we get to the super chats, just with the way they've set this up, Disney is wandering into a territory and a genre of which they have zero expertise.
Yeah,
Correct, 100%.
definitely.
So let's see, where are we? We are, let's see.
We are on Dark King at 9:02.
Actually, we're
Oh,
still
I
on
did that one.
Kosh.
So we should
Oh, you
keep
did that
Coach
one.
should be the next one.
Oh, okay.
For another one. And
But whose turn is it though? I think
it's
it's yours.
I think it's mine. I think it's mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coast for 5 British pounds. Thank you so much, pounds sterling. Dark King. Mando was based on the Clint Eastwood films, but I hope you know that already. Oh,
Oh,
like the gunslinger. Yeah, like the gunslinger. That's
gunslinging.
how it started. You know,
Mhm.
did you see the Clint
Gotcha.
Eastwood westerns? He rolls into town. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, exactly. And you know what he's like.
Yeah.
Striking a match on his pants. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
that sort of thing.
Oh, Raymond
Oh,
Hoey.
Raymond! Oh my goodness,
What's
love
going
bug.
on?
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Raymond dropping it like it's hot. over
Right,
there.
making it rain over
That
here.
that is absolutely amazing. Nita, you want to take that one? Since it
Okay,
popped in?
Raymond, thank you so much for the $100 super chat. So generous of you. Good evening, ladies. My take on the Fett trailer. This takes place in the first ROTJ era. So, what is that?
Return of the Jedi.
Okay, thank you. Return of the Jedi era, where there were powerful vacuums, thus chaos and uncertainty. And like any good outlaw, Fett knows that there is opportunity in chaos. Perhaps this is this trailer reflects that uncertainty.
That is very possible. That to me is possible. I just don't think that it's like, it's funny because we make complaints, or I do anyways. I make complaints all the time about how quit dumbing down your shows, quit dumbing stuff down. I'm smart enough, I can figure it out without you having to literally take time, pull me out of what you're trying to show me to explain some shit to me, right? That
Mhm.
aggravates the crap out of me. But I felt like this trailer did the absolute opposite. I don't understand a damn thing that is going on. I don't know what it's about. I couldn't tell, and I've watched it twice now, and I still can't tell you what the hell I was looking at. I think it was, but you may be right. That could be it, and it may end up being a good show. And God, I hope that it is. I just have no faith. I have none.
I'm kind of with Mandy because I understand where you're seeing where, perhaps it reflects that uncertainty. If that's what they were going to do, it didn't come across in the trailer. Uncertainty with a power vacuum, to me, I'm seeing people get knocked off. Soon as someone else succeeds, they're knocked off. And it's actually shown where there's issues with the power vacuum. Who's in charge? Who do I pay for protection? Who can I trust? There wasn't that tension that gives you that uneasy feeling that it's not a safe environment anymore. It's like when chaos breaks down in a society, there's all kinds of stuff happening, and they didn't get that point across. So while that may be what they're trying to ideally go for, it didn't come across in this
Yeah, it didn't hit the masses. If you want to look at the best example I can think of somebody with that personality that I think was done perfectly, it would be Littlefinger from Game of Thrones, where he does that whole speech of the climb, the ladder, and every time somebody falls off, that's another ring he can, go up. I thought that, and if they would have done even a voiceover where they are, kind of, sadly, again, I'm saying the absolute opposite from what I normally say. the trailer didn't give me enough. It almost needed some kind of voiceover to be like in a world where we're
Right.
where they literally, because I didn't understand what I was seeing. I don't know where the show is going. I am completely in the dark. And much like Nina said, with the visuals looking so poor, typically the visuals alone would have made me be like, okay, I'll give it a chance. But I'm not even like blown away by the visuals of it. So
I agree, Mandy, and I think it was like it's like they needed that, and then they need to add the mysterious actor, like keep the guy's helmet on, at least for the trailer. Like,
Right.
dude, keep some stuff, like
some
go back
kind of
to
mystery, because that's what ratchets up the tension.
Right,
exactly.
other
If you're
than the
going to
mystery
show
of the
me
story.
exactly, if you're going to tell me there's a power vacuum, you need to show me. You need to generate that anxiety in the person watching the trailer. Like, it sucks to be y'all. You know,
Yeah.
Exactly. I should have watched that and been able to feel like you did on it, where okay, I can see that there's this power vacuum. I can see what's happening. I kind of have an idea now of why Boba Fett, this character who has always been a bounty hunter, decides all of a sudden, nah, I think I'm gonna go try to be like a mob boss type thing. So I need a little bit more than what they gave me to get excited about it. And honestly, I probably needed it off of Disney and
I
on
hear
a
you.
different.
Yeah, we
more
just
that
want a
could-
different. Yeah,
Yeah,
what we've
it's
all been
just
saying is we need Star Wars done by another company. Please, for the love of God, somebody save it. Thank you.
somebody come in there.
That's I think
Nerd
that's what it is. Hey, nerd
Hey, nerd
cookies.
cookies. Hey, dear.
Yeah, ding
Let's
dong, girl.
see.
I don't know what that is, but I
Lord.
like it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think, Mandy, I think you have Bro Dupe for
Yeah, for a
$4.99.
date for $4.99. Thank you, Love Bug. Had there been any word on Kennedy's contract? If not, is it unusual to hear nothing past the deadline?
I
Oh,
think
we should have had that one
Cameron,
for
yeah,
Cameron.
for Cameron, we missed that. No one's heard anything, and frankly, you know what? She's not
Tom
going
would know
anywhere.
too, right? Like I think Tom would probably
She's
know
not going
that.
there. I haven't heard anything. Yeah, Tom can probably chime in on this. There's been nothing in the trades, and frankly, I don't think you're ever going to hear when her contract is up or not. That's not something that a company is obliged to disclose to you, unless Kathleen Kennedy comes out and says it,
They know
herself.
that we hate her, and they are much like Cameron said. They are going to do what they can to protect her. When
What
she
am I
does
clarifying?
go, oh yeah, hi, welcome, Tom.
Hey.
Hey,
What am I clarifying?
Just that, has there been any word on Kennedy's contract? If not, it's unusual to hear nothing.
Well,
past
now
the deadline.
WDW Pro or whatever is saying something that goes along the same lines as what Mikey Sutton was reporting before.
Which
Probably
is
going to get renewed. I've been saying she ain't going to go nowhere until she's damn good and ready.
no, she's not going to
Um,
go anywhere. She's so much of a Hollywood relic. I mean, why? Why?
Yeah,
The
she's got
woman's been
not until at least Indiana Jones is
yeah,
done.
this
So
woman has been in Hollywood for years. There's for too many bodies are buried. They'll just pat her on the head, give her some money, push her over in the corner, give her some vanity projects, haul her out, for diversity reasons every now and then. But Kathleen Kennedy is an infection in Lucasfilm. She's not going nowhere.
she's not going nowhere. And when she does, like Cameron said, they are going to be. It's going to be almost disgusting as fans to watch how much they kiss her ass. But then again, I always go back to think when I see them do something shitty like that in Hollywood, I go back and remember that back in probably 2006, they gave Lindsay Lohan's mother the Mom of the Year award. Right as she was out in the club doing coke
wasn't she
with her
like
kid.
coked up back then?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hollywood is a cesspool. It really is.
It
And
really is.
I say that as somebody that lived there for 5 years.
You know
It
what
really
you
is.
will see probably before she ends up like retiring or whatever the hell you want to call it. You'll probably see her getting some sort of lifetime achievement award.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's
and then they'll be like,
perfect.
"Here's your
It
award,"
blows
and
enough
then
smoke up her skirt to basically
Exactly.
say, hey, this is who I am, bow down to me. You need to respect me. I did this, I did this, I did this. Just a crown achievement to say, so they can't, people can come back and say, hey, well, what do you want? I mean, we
Yeah,
gave
we
you a
gave you the
lifetime
lifetime
achievement
Yeah,
achievement
award.
award. Go fuck
she'll
off
be
now.
inducted to whatever kind of Hall of Fame they
Pretty
have set
much.
up for Star Wars. No,
Exactly.
it'll be absolutely ridiculous. We will
It
all
will.
cringe. But
Mhm.
as long as we know that it's coming, and just again keep in mind that these are the same people that decided Lindsay Lohan's mom was Mother of the
Exactly.
Year.
Mhm.
You just gotta kind of shake your head and be like, Jesus Christ, these
I
fuckers,
know.
and just move on.
Let's see. We have Dale for $5. Thank you so very much. We're getting all the super chats, guys. Thank you so much for your
Thank
patience.
you guys.
Favreau had a passion for Boba Fett. I think this is his baby. I loathe Disney Star Wars. I'm lukewarm on the Mandalorian show. I'm optimistic for this. I do know
Ooh,
from
okay.
all the documentaries that I've seen, especially the one for the Mandalorian, where Favreau's sitting around the table and he's talking about his love for Star Wars. That is actually genuine, and that's and that's palpable, and you can
I
feel
know.
it when he talks about it. So it's like I understand where that's going from, and if it's his baby, it could be possible, but because I think Filoni is executive producer on the Book of Boba Fett, if I remember
Oh,
correctly.
I don't know
I
about
think
that.
he's executive
I think you're right.
producer. But yeah, Disney Star Wars, you know what? They're not consistent. They're
No,
not
No,
they're not.
and
they're not
I am
consistent.
glad though that you are optimistic for this. I really am.
Yeah.
But I hate to be the like negative one, but again, it goes, I would be optimistic for this if it wasn't Disney. I think Boba Fett's character he does do a lot of underground ruthless things, and I don't think Disney has the balls basically to drop their family friendly face for this. I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think this is the one where they're going to say, you know what, we're going to be a little bit more risque. We're going to do something a little bit, out of character for what you expect with Disney, and go really really dark with it. And if it's not really really dark, and it's not really like dirty of the stuff that is going on underground stuff, right?
It's
Then I don't know,
not
it's going to seem sugar coated, because we
ex-
can get that from other things.
exactly.
Mhm.
It's not that gritty underworld that you would want to see. We've seen other properties analogous to that. And this is Disney Plus. It's not Fox.
Mm-hmm.
If it was Fox, I have no problem with that. I'm pretty sure they could do it. But this is Disney Plus, and they're not gonna give an accurate depiction, like Mandy and like Nina been saying. It's gonna be sugar coated. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's good.
I
I
hope it's
hope
good
they
though.
I hope they pull it off. I hope they have writers who are just like, okay, in order to pull this off, we have to make sure our I's are dotted and our T's are crossed and
Yes,
everything lines up in
and
that
pull
show writing
some
site.
real genius into this writing room to make up for the lack of what they are able to delve into. It really
Exactly.
needs to have a lot of heart to it. And with Disney, I just don't believe that their writers have any heart left. I think that they are
Mhm.
all just walking around on eggshells, hoping to God they don't lose their job and following whatever status quo has been set for them. I don't think
Yeah.
it's like comedians. A lot of them are too afraid to
Yeah.
delve into some stuff. Well, these writers are as well. But Dale, seriously, I really do. I know that I've been kind of bashing it, but I really, 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 truly want this to be good.
Yeah, because we need a win, and I really hope that the showrunner for Book of Boba Fett has a tight ship running, so you guys get something that you truly deserve as a fan, not the up and down half-assed ham-fisted Luke Skywalker had to come in and save the season, second season of Mandalorian, something that's good from beginning to end. It can start a little slow. I have no problem with that as long as the story is interesting and it's engaging. So I
Exactly.
really, really do hope that that's what you guys get, because if you
Mhm.
don't, I'm going to be in Disney's ass about it. Just
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nina, I think you're up next for
Is
Week
that me?
Panther
It's
BK
you.
number 50.
Panther with a $50 super chat.
So
Thank you
sorry, we're just
so
getting to it.
much. Yeah, I'm
Thank
so
you.
sorry. Thank you so much though. Says to all the lovely ladies of Toxic Femme, Tom, and Kamran. I saw the Force of Light ladies lurking, entertainment lurking in the chat too. Hi.
Aw,
Oh,
hi.
Natalie and
Hello.
Michelle. Well, it was probably Michelle.
Yeah, it was
Hi,
probably
y'all.
Michelle.
Good seeing you, ladies. Glad you're here.
Hi.
Thanks for
Thank you, VK Panther, for
supporting.
just super chatting to say that. That's amazing.
And that was
Thank you.
$50.
That's
Thank
$50.
you
Thank
so
you.
much, Love Bug. So
Yes,
incredibly
thank you.
generous.
That's
Thank you.
not a small chunk of change. So thank you.
No,
We really
thank
appreciate
you.
It's not a small chunk of change with anybody. Just
No,
put it
no.
that
We
way.
appreciate all of
Yes,
it, every single bit.
absolutely.
So, and
Absolutely.
we appreciate you guys that just hang out in the chat with us. It means the world. So,
Let
all of
us
you
Yes,
know
guys are
just spread the
what's
amazing.
on your
light.
mind. We love that. We
Mm-hmm.
absolutely love that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's see here. We got Dean Krantz for $10. Thank you so much. I have to agree with Lorena. Gina's character was not my favorite initially, but the character fleshed out as the series continued. I also think that we wanted good Star Wars, and she was part of it. Yeah, she was.
She Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead, Mandy.
she wasn't everybody's favorite. But no, she made it. She was one of those characters that really she was a standout character in the show. And every time she got an episode where she was on it, I was always really, really like genuinely thrilled to see her character there. So, but yeah, we want good Star Wars. That's really we don't want to have to sit here and complain about how shitty it is. We would love nothing more than to be here like, man, that new Star Wars was fucking awesome. We want that more than anything. Nina, she's given up on it. Look at her. Look at that.
I'm
Look, she's
done.
just given up
I'm
completely.
done.
She's
I was telling
sad.
people to flick the like it's their bean.
That's what they should do. And yes, you were.
But Mandy's right. It's like we do want, good
know.
good Star Wars. And, like I said, yeah, it's like Gina's character was not my favorite from starting off the show. But the more that I saw of the character as it evolved, the more that I did like her. Still not my favorite one, but she was kind of like number two. And with her persona, and this had a lot to do with it, with her persona on social media, with how thankful she was towards the fans and respectful of the fans. And that was something that we were not getting from Lucasfilm at all.
Pablo Hidalgo.
Exactly. That wasn't what we were getting. So a lot of it, even if her character wasn't your favorite, that fan goodwill that she generated had a lot to do with a lot of people giving that show a lot more leeway than they probably would have, without her. Absolutely. So let's see, where the heck are we?
We're
are at
D.
Valiant.
Oh no, wait. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Valiant.
Valiant Renegade for $9.99. Thank you so very much, my dear. Thank you. Okay, but Cruella was retconned. This
True.
This is the same Boba, but a much older man post Sarlacc pit and Return of the Jedi. His character could have easily changed in the past 10 years, villainous but always cunning. Yeah, my big issue with Cruella, yes, was the retcon that was going on. I didn't recognize who this chick was. She wasn't the off the rails crazy Glenn Close live action version that I loved because she was just so freaking irredeemable. She wasn't the original cartoon version of 101 Dalmatians that I liked because she was so inherently evil that when you're watching it, you were so worried about the puppies because she was so evil and you wanted the puppies to be protected. So you had that kind of reaction. With Cruella, it was like, I don't want to sympathize with her. And that's not the villain, that I remember. And they did the same with Maleficent, which is one of my favorite villains.
That one killed me, man.
Yeah,
killed me.
They did it with that as well. I'm looking at it like, okay, and maybe it's just me, but I know that when I was little, I looked at my dad as the strongest man in the world. Like he just, he was my dad. There was nothing he couldn't do. And as he got older, it was kind of sad to me to watch him change into, more feeble, not who he was back when he was in his 30s and 40s and 50s and stuff. And that's how I feel about Boba Fett. Yes, he's getting older. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch this badass, ruthless son of a bitch that I have been watching, since I was young. All of a sudden start to, and I get it, it's part of a character development, but it's just not what I want to see. I want him to stay that ruthless, but I don't want him to have some big heart moment where I realize everything I've done in the past is wrong. Now I want him to say exactly the hell the way he's been this entire time he's been a character. So, but I do agree with you on that.
I'm just gonna say one little thing because again, like I understand that I'm not watching the show, so like I get it. That my opinions are very weird. However,
they're yours. So
I have watched Star Wars, and
Mhm.
I love Star Wars, and to me, he died. Okay. And I didn't read the EU.
Thank you.
And he's dead. Okay,
And you were
dead.
okay, and you've already went through it, right? He
but
died.
here's
You're
the
over
thing.
it.
He's died, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Disney has never ever acknowledged the EU as canon. So their storyline of him being alive doesn't match up with whatever the hell Disney is creating. So whatever they're creating, they're retconning as well. Like I don't know if retconning is an issue for you, Valiant, but he is being retconned as well. Like this is not like exactly what that Boba Fett story was supposed to be about, from what I understand. So
no, he is Bib Fortuna is because he should have been blown up just like in Return of the Jedi. No one, all of them got blown up in Return of the Jedi. Well, except for Boba Fett, he fell in a Sarlacc pit to be digested for 1,000 years. That's why it was so funny. Haha. Okay, into the villain when he falls into the Sarlacc pit and he's slowly digested for 1,000 years. That's what I left. That's what I left off. Ugh.
I'm just saying if retconning is a thing, well, I mean I think that this qualifies as a retcon as well because technically he's supposed to be dead.
Totally
now, if the story is okay, like how did he survive that and all that stuff? Are we gonna see that? Are you guys gonna see that in the show? Not me because I won't be watching it, but are you guys gonna see that?
If they don't explain that, no. They need to explain that.
They have to explain that.
But they probably will not. I hope I'm wrong. Again, I really hope I'm wrong. And I hope that they explain why the heck it is how he managed to escape.
I would imagine they would have to because that's part of the story. From the last thing we saw visually of him is that he died. And
exactly. But you also have to remember this is Disney Star Wars, who's lazy as hell about writing. So they're probably not gonna do that.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We don't know. We don't know.
Tell me, Lorena. You let me know.
I hope I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
They might have like some sort of like what was that exhibition like where they like just info dump for like 5 minutes like
exposition.
Exposition.
Know what? If they do that via exposition instead of showing us what the frick actually happened, y'all get an F.
I think they're gonna do an exposition, probably like a 5-minute thing at the beginning.
Probably will.
Yeah,
they probably will. I don't like it, but they probably will.
That's probably what you're gonna get. So,
and I mean, again, maybe, just maybe, it's gonna be good. Because I honestly, when I first saw The Mandalorian, I thought the same thing. I thought, oh hell, here we go again. But I ended up liking it. Up until Disney just absolutely did everything they could have to make me hate them. I was, okay with it, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just not. I can say this. I'm not going to sit around and cry about it like Kevin Smith. At no point will I sit there and cry about how much I love this. So,
oh my God.
Oh Lord. Let's see. Okay, guys, we really are getting through the super chats here.
Yes.
Let's see. Where are they? Oh man.
I just lost track.
We are on Joker Voice at 9:16 p.m.
Oh, we did that one.
Oh, okay. Then we're on the next one.
Then we're on the next one.
We're on Warwolf for $5. Thank you so very much, my dear. Remember, Kathleen Kennedy specifically hates strong male characters.
Sure.
All she can do is ruin them to drive Star Wars the way she wants it to be. Yeah, it's
100% true. My guess, if I had to guess what they're going to do with him, they are going to turn him into at some point something's going to happen and he's going to become a little bit more feeble, which case then that woman that was standing beside him is probably going to step up
Right. That's what I'm thinking too,
and
Mandy.
pretty much be running
Take
things,
over, yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
take
yeah, yeah.
over. I know it's his show, so they'll keep him, but I think he's going to be the heart of the show. He's the one that they're going to try to do a redemption arc with. Like, we're going to make up for all the times he, disintegrated people, and now he doesn't want to do that anymore, but she does. She's still ruthless, but he's the heart. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's what I'm picturing, something along those lines. And if that is what they do, I'm going to be like, well, I guess I was right on it. Called it.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Well, you
Yep,
guys will
we
find
sure
out.
as heck
And I'll
will.
find out through you.
And it's the 5th, right? This comes out on the 5th of November. So we've got, 4 days left before this
Which
comes
one?
out.
Which one?
Boba Fett.
Oh, no,
Mhm.
that's December 29th.
Oh, December 29th.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, we got a while. What was it?
Yeah,
That's coming out
it'll be after Hawkeye wraps
I
up.
think you
Okay.
might be thinking either Cowboy Bebop or Hawkeye, because that's coming out soon too. I don't remember.
I think I'm
Hawkeye
thinking of
is-
Eternals. I
yeah,
think I'm thinking of
Eternals,
Eternals.
because Hawkeye is November 24th.
That's what it is.
Eternals comes out November 5th, and then a lot of the other stuff comes out November 15th on D Plus Day or 12th or whatever the fuck it is.
Okay,
Thank you, Tom.
there we go. Thank you, Tom.
Okay. Let's see. Nina, you're up. T Neil, 89,
right? T
Yeah.
Neil, thank you so much
Yep.
for the $10. It says, respectfully, guys, though the visuals are a flaming pile of ass, I don't think we have enough to go on yet to say how the story will fare. We might be preemptively jumping to conclusions. And
Oh no,
that's fair.
you are absolutely right. I 100% I will admit to the fact I am jumping to conclusions. I
Yeah, me
totally
too.
am. I will say this: it might end up being the best fucking thing we've ever seen, and I'm just jumping to the conclusion that it's gonna suck because that's kind of what Disney's
That's
done
been
to
kind of
me.
like their track record so far.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm jaded as hell when it comes to Disney Star Wars. I'm jaded as hell when it
Mhm.
comes to Disney Marvel. I mean, so yeah, I'm gonna have more of a negative comment about it. Again, I
Mhm.
hope it's good because I would love for nothing more than to have something to watch on fucking TV when I'm bored. I would love that.
Absolutely.
That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
And
So
all, and
but
all,
no,
and all,
you are absolutely right
Mhm.
in that comment. I am 100% jumping to conclusions.
Yeah,
I
and
could be
we
100% wrong.
and we have actually we really, and granted, I'll just speak for myself. I do have reason to feel that way, considering what Disney has consistently not given us. It's
Yep.
to the point where we're expecting, or at least some of us are expecting, to pretty much be disappointed with what they come out with. With this trailer, like I said before, the trailer or even a teaser trailer should make you anxious, should make you mark down on your calendar when that show or that movie is going to come out, so you can check it out because you don't want to miss it.
That's how it was about Dune.
Yeah, exactly. Dune, I haven't
Yep.
read the books in like I don't know how long. I love the David Lynch version, but I said, you know what? The trailer looks so good, especially even in a theater, it looks so good. I said I'm gonna have to check it out. So
Mhm.
yeah, jump into conclusions, but I feel a lot of us do have the right to feel that
Yeah,
way,
we are a little bit
considering.
we're a little bit justified in our jumping to
Yeah, if
conclusions.
they were consistently giving us good stuff and they effed up once, possibly even twice, we probably wouldn't be doing this.
If
But
The Last Jedi didn't exist, I would be
oh
like, yeah, man,
Lord,
totally. Like, no.
I
Yeah,
hear you on
yeah.
that one. I hear you
But no,
totally on
you
that
are
one.
absolutely 100% right. That is, we are absolutely 100%. We're jumping to
Mhm.
conclusions that we have no idea. We haven't
Mhm.
seen it. We've seen as much as you guys have, which is just that
Mhm.
little trailer. So we know absolutely nothing other than Disney's track record of
Exactly,
breaking our
which
freaking hearts.
is ass.
Yes.
Marks 47, thank you for being a member for 7 months as a midnighter. So that's
Aw, thank
awesome. Thank you so
you.
very much for the support. Let's see. We have Ariel Cato for $5. Thank you so very much for that. I'm sorry what I'll say, but I found the Lightyear trailer uninteresting. It felt boring, unappealing, and uninteresting to watch. Ariel, don't be sorry.
Yeah.
That's
do not be.
that's what you felt. That
That's
is
your
absolutely
opinion,
valid.
and that's what you felt like, and
Mhm.
that's totally valid. I will say for myself, because I've worked in the space program, there were things that I saw and callbacks that reminded me of my time working at NASA, and a lot of it was very consistent. So that part appealed, to me. But if it's not interesting to you, don't force it to be. Don't force it to
Uh,
be. It just
I
it didn't land for you, and that's
No, and
okay.
I
it
mean,
didn't
I'm
land for
not gonna
me
watch
either, to
it.
be completely honest with you. I was kind of like I don't care about the
I'm
backstory of fucking the guy that the toy was supposed to be based on. Like, it's
Yeah.
not like I don't even care about this.
My
Like, I don't
thing
know
is, to
why.
me, Toy Story it had its run. It was amazing. I loved watching my nieces and nephews grow
Me
up with
too.
it. I've introduced it to my little ones because I loved it so much. But for me, it's done. It's
Yeah.
it's a done IP. Maybe they can
For
wait
me,
10
it
years
does.
and then
Like,
redo it.
it was done on the third one. I mean, when they
Say
were
that's
going
where
into that
Yeah,
pit,
no,
and
That's
I was
where I'm at.
crying my
one,
eyes out.
and they were all, okay with dying. I was literally bawling my eyes
Me
out
too.
at
I was
the end of
bawling
Toy
my eyes
Yeah,
Story.
out.
exactly.
Story
It's just
3.
so I'm with you, Ariel. I probably won't watch it, just because I am so uninterested now in that IP. For me, it's over. It was amazing. Yeah,
Well,
and now I'm
and
not
the
interested in
marketing
side
was
characters.
brilliant for the third one too, because they kept saying like it's gonna be the last one, it's gonna be the last one, like over and over and over again. And like I remember, like I was like, oh, I'm going to the theater for this, and my husband was like, it's not gonna be the last one, right? And I'm like, what do you mean? It's the last one. They're saying it's gonna be the last one, and then he was like, dude, that's just what they say. Like, they're
Mm,
gonna come out with another one, and then they came out with the fourth one, and now we got this one, and I'm like,
right.
Yeah,
you're toying with my emotions here.
I mean, they can't even get the same voice actors at this point.
That's true.
Once they lose their voice actors,
Yeah,
I usually pass out.
once they decided to not use Tim Allen, it's kind of like, okay.
Yeah,
And
okay.
Last Millennial, I'm sorry if we missed your super chat.
No, I think we just haven't got to it yet. I
It's
think
coming
Okay.
up. It's coming up.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, love bug. Is it me?
Here, I
Yeah.
believe
Oh,
it
okay.
is you, my dear.
And we did the one by from T Neil, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so deleted scene for $2. Thank you so much, love bug. My question is, what is the plot of the film? And I think he's referring to Boba Fett. We
That's
don't
what we
know.
keep asking.
We have no idea, no
We
clue.
have no freaking idea, which basically, in a nutshell, the trailer's just a fail if you can't figure out what the plot is, or at least what the motivation is.
It's almost like there's no real storyline. It's just member berries. Like,
Yeah.
hey, Boba Fett, y'all love him, right? Well, we're
Yeah.
gonna write
Crazy.
up some shit for this and put it in front of you because y'all are
Yep.
idiots and you'll buy it because it's Boba Fett.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
And Pepperidge Farm remembers. Pepperidge Farm never forgets. So yeah, that's kind of how I felt watching the trailer. It gave me nothing. It gave me nothing to be excited about, and only a palette of brown to gaze upon. So
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly. Let's see. We have
Silver Nova
Oh
at
my gosh.
9:33.
Why does it keep freaking jumping on me? And that would be 10:30.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm giving you your time at your time 9:33.
I swear this literally just like moved. Okay, so Silver Nova for $5 Australian. Thank you so very much, my dear. So, in case the Eternals flops, this fool decides to insult the public and prospective customer. That is the very definition of stupid. Yes, and it's what they
Yeah.
did with Captain Marvel too.
It's what they did with Terminator.
Yeah,
It's what they did with the new Charlie's Angels. This is what they do when they can't
Ghostbusters, yeah.
accept the fact that
Mhm.
they lost their biggest two actors in the MCU. They're gone. Iron Man is gone, right?
Yep.
This is what they are dealing with what I would call the bench warmers. The Eternals, even as a comic book, is very little
The
known.
third
I mean,
stringer.
nobody
Nobody knew what the hell it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I read a lot of comics. I've dug through, even the ones I didn't read, I've dug through So many long boxes, it's not even funny. I don't know that I've ever heard anybody talk about Eternals. I don't even know that I've ever seen an Eternals comic, and I've seen a lot of freaking comics. It's just, it's not a big, nobody was talking about it. These are literally, they are pulling from the Z list of Marvel characters and trying to force them down our throat because Iron Man is gone. You know, Black Widow is gone. I mean, the only thing we have to look forward to is going to be Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. And honestly, I'm not even
I'm so nervous
I
about
heard
that.
they're going to try to kill off Doctor Strange, and I can't.
Yeah.
It was bad enough with Tony Stark. I have not recovered from that. Was not happy when that happened at all. So
I'm
yeah,
so nervous about Spider-Man. I'm
girl,
nervous.
I hear you. I'm nervous about Doctor Strange too. I really am. But yeah, this is like Mandy was saying. It's like the Eternals. Who had ever really heard of them? I at least somehow in the back of my brain had heard of Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings. I had heard of that before. I'd heard of Shang-Chi's character before.
I'd never heard of him.
Eternals. He was one of those peripheral characters. I want to say kind of like on the level of Luke Cage in a way. Well, maybe a step down below where Luke Cage was. So I'd heard of him kind of like out there, you know, in the ether. But the Eternals, I was like, what the frick is that? And why didn't they stop Thanos?
It's not one that you, like I said, I've had comics in front of me since I could read, really. And this is not one that I've ever really, I mean, I'm sure I've seen it at some point, but I didn't remember it. There was not one thing to remember by it. So no, I have no love for the Eternals. I do not care about these characters.
I would have cared a little bit more if they had given us Selma Hayek's boobs, but we didn't even get that.
They didn't give us nothing. They gave us absolutely nothing with this to get excited about. Because I'm with you, Nina. If it would have been, I'm not anti like lower tier characters, right? If you give me a good story, I'll go watch the movie, whether you know the character's huge or not. I don't care. I'll try out. Hell, I watched that stupid one with Ben Stiller a million times, and God knows that was just
Mystery Men. Oh man,
Mystery Men.
Oh, man.
I watched that one a ton, and you know, I like that kind of weird stuff. I just don't think this one is going to be for me. I think they are 100% right when they say it wasn't made for you. I don't think this was made for me because I'm not
you
excited.
are white, so
That's what it is.
It was not. If it was made for me, I don't freaking want it. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, you can take it back.
Jack disavow. I'm throwing it right back. I don't want this crap.
By the way, Deleted Scenes was talking about Eternals. No one knows what the plot of the film is because
nobody does.
No, because it's all about the like the race swapping
diversity.
and the diversity. Yeah,
all you need to know is how diverse it is. You don't care about the plot.
I just have one. Like I said, I don't care about it. I don't know what the plot is. I just have one question: where the frick were these people when Thanos was around? That's all I want to know.
Oh, and you know what? The other thing that you should care about, which you probably don't, which makes you a homophobe, is that it's gonna have like the first gay sex scene or something like that. That's it.
That's bullshit. I've seen a million of those on Pornhub. I've seen
Marvel.
that.
Mandy, Marvel, gay.
Well, who gives a shit? I can watch I don't want to watch their bullshit foreplay nipple play shit when I can just go to Pornhub and watch.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'll just go to Pornhub and I'll see the real thing.
Care, you know.
And no, that's
Nina. You got a T-Neil 89.
Yes, ma'am. T-Neil 89 for 5. Oh wait, is that the Kamran one? I think we got that. Wait,
no.
Yes.
Okay, love nuggets for you.
Actually, it's about me.
Yeah.
Thank you. For the $5 says Nina. If Dune is your jam, it is. Now then, I'd highly recommend check out Warhammer 40K, the narrative stuff, not the tabletop. Horse Heresy, for example. I don't know if it's you, but somebody has told me about Warhammer 40K. I just don't have the time, man. I do not have the time to play video games right now. And when I do, I have like a list of video games that I've been trying to get through. But if I ever do find the time, I will definitely check it out. It does sound totally up my alley, so I'll definitely check it out.
I keep hearing about that. God, I don't have any time, but I keep hearing about when people like Warhammer. Okay, Mandy, you have the last millennial.
Yep, the last millennial for $4.99. Thank you so much, Love Bug. Hi. Oh wait, this one was for Cameron. Did we already get it?
Unfortunately, we somehow
Oh, the
didn't
last
skip this
millennial. I'm
one.
so
Yeah,
sorry,
I'm
Love Bug.
sorry,
I'll read it, but I'm
sweetie.
sorry Cameron's not here. $4.99. Hi everyone. Cameron, I saw Dune and I thought the cool noises, like when Paul was yelling at his mom after his bad vision, was so cool.
I thought so
That
too.
was a neat effect.
Yep, and then
Neat
he
effect.
continued with, I never read Dune, but I wish they would do more scenes of Paul using that power. What is that called again?
I
Is
think
that
it's
the Benny
called the.
Gesserit? Benny
No,
Gesserit
he's talking
voice?
about the voice.
Yeah, that's the Benny Gesserit voice.
Hmm.
Yes, that's I don't know if you've seen the David Lynch version, but it's like a voice that the Benny Gesserit use in order to control people. Like you
Control people.
literally are under their control. You will do whatever they say. That's why in the Thornicopter, I think it was, they had her gagged so she couldn't talk because they knew she was Benny Gesserit. She would use that voice to control them. But Paul learned how to, well, he half-assed it, but he got it right. It was lucky that he got it right and he used that voice. So yes, that's the Benny Gesserit voice, and
Yeah,
I
it's
love
just
how it was
called the
done.
voice. That's all it's called. Yeah. The
It's
like
it's one of the
that's what
coolest freaking
yeah.
effects. It really
It's
is.
cool though. I see. I think that they're gonna go into more of that stuff in the series because that's gonna be about the Bene Gesserit.
Yeah,
So I
it'll
think
go
they're
in the
gonna go into
second
that.
one because if you read the book, you learn more about more about the Bene Gesserit and what their powers are, and pay attention because Paul's his mother's pregnant. Pay attention to that storyline going forward. That's all I'm going to tell you. So don't spoil it. Let's see. We have Valiant Renegade for $4.99. Thank you so very much, my dear. Let Cameron go and get dinner. We did. He and I have a StreamYard date in an hour. Great show, ladies. I'll be sticking around. Smash that like. Well, thank you, Valiant.
Valiant, you're such a
Appreciate that.
sweetheart.
He's awesome. He's
He
awesome
is.
sauce. He is. Nina, you have TNL89?
Oh, I think she might be A-okay for a minute.
Did she?
Sorry, I'm here. What's
Okay,
up?
I didn't see anything.
What happened?
I didn't see anything.
It's your turn, Love Bug.
Turn. T
Oh.
Meal at 9:49 or is it 8:49?
Okay.
8:49
Yes.
your time.
Yes. M Night. Right here we
Yeah,
go.
Shyamalama
Yeah.
Ding Dong.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
M Night Shyamalama Ding Dong trademark accidentally made a good movie. Everything else was meh at best. Mel Gibson's I'm insane with anger comes to mind. Yeah, I agree. I think his earlier works were good. Like I liked obviously we talked about Unbreakable, we talked about the Sixth Sense. I also liked Signs. Signs was good.
Devil was actually good. That's one
I haven't seen that one.
That one is good. It's a bottle movie because there's people, they're all stuck
in the
an
elevator. Yeah.
And one by one they start dying. That was actually good. I was
See, I didn't watch it because I was in my boycott mode after
that one was good. And I actually did like that one.
I also really liked Split before he ruined it with Glass. Split was one of his later
I
works.
haven't seen that one. I did a giveaway last night on my channel, and I gave away an M. Night Shyamalan movie called The Visit. But I've never seen it, so I don't know if that one's a good one or not. So
I don't remember that
maybe
one.
whoever I sent
Is that
it
the
to
one where
would
they
tell
all
me.
commit suicide?
Oh hell, I don't know.
What
No
does that
clue.
movie
It's
sound
a M. Night
familiar?
Shyamalan movie though. That's all I know.
Is that the one about the kids?
Yeah, their grandparents' disturbing behavior. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that
Because it's like later work.
Yeah.
Probably when it was kind of like M. Night. No, I'll pass.
Yeah.
I'll freaking pass. Okay, Mandy, you have T. Neal.
Yeah. T. Neal for $5 again. Thank you so much, Love Bug. I wonder how much wokeness springs just from kids whose parents never told them no. Notice how they seem to regard being lazy as a divine mandate. I have a theory, and I don't know if it's correct, and I've said it many times. My theory is most of this woke craziness is coming from about what the kids, I guess the generation behind me, basically, the ones that came in, like our kids, right? Or some of them, or right above us, their kids. And what we have when I was in my late teens, early 20s, a lot of my friends were having kids, but they weren't raising their children. Their parents were. And they were
Right.
still out partying. And I've had, even in my own family, I've had like a cousin that you couldn't say nothing to because it's so bad for him. Everybody just be nice to him. It's bad enough. Bobby's his dad. You know, he's a piece of shit. So everybody just let this little asshole kid get away with everything because grandma and papa are raising them. And I think that's what we have is a generation of grandma's boys that never really were told no because they weren't raised by their own parents. They were raised by their grandparents that let them get away with absolute murder because they were honestly too old and too tired to be trying to raise children. No grandparent should have to raise their grandkid. And we had a really big problem of that within our own generation of that happening. So that's my theory anyways, because all of these kids now that I used to look at when they would be around us and they were acting like complete assholes. And you knew why. It was because they weren't raising them. So they were asshole kids. And those are the ones that are now in their 20s.
Yeah.
And the ones that are doing a lot of this crazy shit. So I could be wrong. That is just my own worldview from what I've seen in my life, but that's what it seems like is a generation of.
I think it's a really good theory, Mandy, because I've known a bunch of them too. Like in my lifetime.
I mean, everybody has because it was genuinely a problem. Nobody talked about it, but I guarantee you, everybody in the chat knows at least
somebody
one person that had kids, and you never saw them with their kids, and you're like, hey, where's
They're
Billy at?
And the poor grandparents are stuck,
watching the kids
dropping them off.
So that's, of course, again, that's just what I've seen. And, back when I was in my late teens and 20s, even back then before I had kids, I thought, wow, that's crazy. My parents wouldn't do that. My parents would tell me, fuck off. You have them. You raise them.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody knows somebody like that or has one in their family.
Right.
And yeah, you have to kind of, like you can't say anything to them, even as kids. If you were the one, like they would say you were bullying them, but you're not. The kid was being an asshole and you finally got tired of them dicking with you. So you'd say something or do something. And then the parents would come and jump on you like, why would you do that? Know how, and it's like, he's a fucking asshole. So yeah, that's my theory. A little bit of a rant, but my theory nonetheless.
All right. So let's see. We have Nova Zero for $5 Australian. Thank you. And this must have came through when Kamran.
We read this one, I think.
Well, we went to one before, which was what he was describing what it was like in Australia. But he says, Kamran and all of our American friends, please understand, there is no Bill of Rights in Australia. So I always point out what rights, and that's accurate. Australia does not have a Bill of Rights like America does. I mean, Australia was a British crown colony, still, under the crown. So they're part of the Commonwealth, which I believe. That's true. Because we had a revolution in this country, that's where we do have a Bill of Rights here, and and you're right. It's like you guys don't have that down there. So I've never asked that question, what rights, because I know you guys don't have the Bill of Rights down there. It's a different political atmosphere, and basically because of how your country came about, as opposed to ours. I tell people, the British were sending their convicts to America, and then we had the revolution and they couldn't send them here anymore. So instead they sent them, down to Australia. Okay. You're up.
And then Aiken for a $3.99 Sheba dog farting heart.
Thank you, Aiken.
Thank you, Aiken.
And we got Dark King for $2 Australian. He says, eating crow. Brandon Lee, let's go, Brandon.
Oh my God, that's funny, Dark King.
That's funny.
That was a good one. That was good.
I love that. That
Let's
was
go,
great.
Brandon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon. Oh gosh, that's the
So
best
good.
meme ever.
So good.
Brett Cohen for another $5 Australian. Thank you so much. Sorry, not sorry. I hope Disney pooches Fett so bad. My hope is they devalue the brand to the point where they have to sell it. Hashtag Disney supports oppression. You know what?
I feel you,
I
bro.
would love if that happened, but I think Disney has what I call graveyard love when it comes to Star Wars, which means if I can't have you, nobody will.
Nobody can. It's
Yeah.
true.
I think they would just like lock it up in
They're
their
like
vault and never.
they're like Misery with that shit. They'll
They
tie
really
that.
are.
They'll tie them
Mhm.
up and break its legs and it can't go anywhere.
No,
Yeah.
that's
But
exactly what they'll do. It they don't want to what and let it fall into Universal's hands.
Yeah, hell
Oh,
no.
Mm.
oh,
Hell
freaking
no.
No, and
They'll
God-
buy Universal before they let that happen.
Yeah. I feel you though.
I do
I
too.
just want them to get better at
Yeah.
it, but I know they're not going to. So I am on certain days. I am right there with you, Brett, to where I just
Well, if you
I
believe
fuck it up.
Kamran, Mandy, if you believe Kamran, they're on their way of becoming better. If what he says is true, we'll see the effects of that in like 5-10 years.
I don't know that is. I think that's easier said than done because this is not just a problem within Disney. It is a problem within our culture.
Mhm.
Our entire culture is a absolute fucking mess.
Mhm.
So to fix entertainment, you have to fix the rest of it, and nobody seems to be in no side seems to be in a really big hurry to fix any goddamn thing that is
I
broken
agree with you
beyond
on that.
broken right now. So
I would say that there are, but they're too small right
to
now
notice.
Mhm.
to notice and to see. And case in point that I bring up, and I can't believe this freaking happened on the CW, Superman and Lois show.
Right.
Mhm.
Other one is also Black Lightning. That's not talked about, probably because it's actually got strong black characters that are written in it. That's probably
Mhm.
why it doesn't get a lot of attention from the higher ups. But I agree with you, Mandy. The culture needs to change because right now there's too small of a population of stories and writers out there like that producing product. You can't really see it right now. It's like an outlier,
Yeah,
like, oh
no,
my gosh, I
it's
can't
it's
freaking
a
believe that
very
happened.
right. It's a
Mhm.
very oppressive environment, and oppression does not make for creativity. It
Absolutely
does
agree.
not, foster a place where you can be creative if you are trying to be creative and worried about, paying your rent, keeping your fucking job,
Yeah.
following a set. You
Exactly. Try
can't
not to
be
get your car repoed,
right. You cannot be creative in this kind of oppressive environment. So, though, as much as I want Disney to get better, at the same time, I'm more than aware that other things, Disney's just a small little, blip in the reality of how bad shit has gotten creatively.
Can I just
It's
say one thing
uh-huh.
with regards to creativity? And I talked about this with you, Lorena, behind the scene. I just started watching Farscape. Yes, I know I'm late to the game, but I'm on season 3 now. And my God, you want creativity? Just go watch that show. It is one of the most creative shows I have ever seen. It just oozes creativity like from every angle. It is
Farscape.
just
Yeah,
That
it's
is
I
right.
mean,
They need to
it's
just they could just make shows and make entertainment, not preach to us. Just
Mhm.
make entertainment for
because they're
people.
not getting rewarded for that.
It's so
They're
good.
getting no reward. They're getting no incentive for that. For example, like what he said or not, you go back to Chappelle's stand up, it was
Mhm.
funny. Whether you agree with it or not, the shit was funny. But
God, yeah.
creatively, he's not getting rewarded for doing a good stand up, for being funny. He's
Mhm.
being punished for it. And
Mhm.
so yeah, you have to worry if you have to toe the line to the point that if I write this joke or if I add this scene or if I do this, I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to lose my insurance. my kids, and these people, a lot of them probably their kids are in private school, though they preach about how they care about the kids so much. They put
Yeah, they
theirs in a
don't.
private school,
That's
right?
exactly what they do.
Right. So, and now they're having to put their kids in, God forbid, this, public school system that they helped create that is a fucking mess. They're just going to do what they're told. And I can't imagine trying to sit down and write a comic and have somebody standing over my shoulders saying, oh, nope, don't do that, or you won't have your house. Oh, nope, don't do that, or you can't pay your car payment. Oh, better not write that. How do you write like that? How do you work
Yeah,
like
you
that?
can't. You
You
can't.
can't.
It's
You
amazing.
can't.
Nina, you have a T-Neil89?
Yes, yes. Sorry, I had to.
No, it's
I was
okay.
putting
It's
super
at
chats in the thing.
10:39,
So,
I think. Yeah, I know you're doing double duty.
we just wait because we're. Are we not on Larry? No, we're okay. So we're on Tino, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right,
Yeah,
Tino,
39.
thank you so much for the $10. Says, I respectfully disagree with you guys. Every asshole seems invincible until they're not anymore. Kennedy may have the support of the talent, but I emphasize may, but they're not shareholders. I think he meant they're not shareholders.
Well, for the Kennedy doesn't answer to the shareholders. And the shareholders are not the ones responsible for hiring Kathleen Kennedy. So that's purely a creative decision where it comes from, like where the CEO, the CEO is, and that would be Chapek's domain. So the shareholders have zero say in whether Kathleen Kennedy stays or not. Like on the last, I think maybe 3 calls ago, where one guy got on and said, so when are you going to fire Kathleen Kennedy? He said that specifically to Chapek.
Yeah, and Chapek was like, oh, well, we love Kathy. She's just great.
Yeah,
they have to, whether they like her or not, again, whether we like her or not, she is a professional in the industry. And if they shit on her, it's going to look bad on them. When she does go, I don't know when it'll be, but when she does make her exit, it is going to be enough to make us all, like, our stomachs are going to fucking turn.
pretty
with
much.
how much they're going to kiss
They
this
will
woman's
kiss
ass.
her ass.
It's gonna be sickening.
And it really is. It's going to be a really vulgar display.
And it's for their best interest, honestly, to do that, because it's not. They've played their hand. They've kept her this long. She's been able to absolutely come in and destroy Star Wars. They are not going to turn on her now.
No.
Even if they do, they are not publicly going to turn on her. So they'll be sitting there with their fingers crossed behind their back saying how much they love old Kathleen Kennedy when they can't stand the bitch.
Yeah,
So
her tentacles go long and deep in Hollywood.
yeah.
And you cannot be as old as Kathleen Kennedy is in Hollywood for that long and not know where all the bodies are buried.
Yep.
Like it or
Exactly.
not, like, the crazy aunt who won't die so you can get her money. She's going to be around for a while, unfortunately.
So true.
But I do hope you're right. I would love to see her be like
Frog
drug out
and
drug out of Lucasfilm, kicking her feet and flailing her arms and then throwing all the shit on her desk.
Mandy, I said the only way that'll happen is if somehow, some way, some sort of weird voicemail surfaces where she says the N-word. And then
that'll
be out.
be it. That's
it. That's
oh
it.
No, they'll give her a pass for that.
You think so, Lorena?
Totally. Here's why. Okay, first of all, she's got the right politics. Okay, because I can't tell you how many of these woke idiots will say some of the most racist things in Hollywood. You know why they get away with it? Because they have the right politics.
That is
true.
like,
I did this for the POCs. I did that. I should be forgiven, right? I didn't really mean, that's part of just the internalized white privilege that I had. And I know that I shouldn't have done that. And I apologize. That's her get out of jail free card.
No, you know what? I hate
he would
that. You're right.
He would literally have to slander somebody who's part of the Skittles Nation. Then she'll get fired.
Yeah,
okay, there you go. You're right.
Hate that you are right. But considering we got the phrase, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
Oh,
You are 100% correct on that notion, which is very sad to me.
It's sad
So,
and it's disgusting. But
real
here
quickly,
we
side
are.
question: do you guys think he pooped his pants and meeting the Pope?
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Me
Hell
too.
yeah.
I think he
Brutally.
pooped his- I think
Hell yeah.
I think Poopergate is real, but I gotta say I lost it when I saw hashtag Poopergate trending on Twitter the other
You
night.
know what?
I lost it.
As soon as that got out, I'm like, that probably.
That
What's
happened.
fucked up is I didn't even have to click on it to know who it was about. I saw it and I said, oh no.
freaking hot mess. Mandy, let's see. You have a Larry. It looks like
Yes.
he got duplicated twice, but Larry.
Larry name's so good you gotta say it twice. Hey, Lavug, he sent us $2 and says, "Wake up, people! Book of Boba Fett ended in a Sarlacc pit, or
That's
ended in a Sarlacc."
Thank
Yeah.
you, Larry.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we all saw it.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw the bare minimum of Star Wars canon, you saw him take a header right into the Sarlacc pit.
Mhm.
He ain't coming out of that.
No.
Let's see. We have Raymond Hoy for $20. Thank you so very much. And
Thanks,
thank you guys
Raymond.
for hanging in with us tonight. I know we're going a little long. For $20, ladies, thank you for your thoughts on the Fett trailer. I hope it's good too. And as usual, y'all are the reason that Monday nights are something to look forward to. Stay lovely as you always are. Love you all. Hi, Tom.
Aw, Raymond,
thank
that's so
you.
sweet.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Raymond. You are
Lavug.
so sweet.
you.
And speaking of Tom, just real quick here, Rogue Disney agrees that that Tom should be Garfield.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I agree.
Aw.
I
I
agree.
like lasagna.
Oh my
There's
gosh, she's eating
Tom.
goldfish crackers. That's so
Yes.
cute.
Tom, did you
Yes.
say hi to Raymond? He said hi. And he's gone.
How you doing?
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. There you go.
Is it my turn?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wolverine Snicket. Thank you so much for the $5. Says maybe if they do Boba like Clint Eastwood in the Unforgiven. I haven't seen that movie, so I don't know.
Oh, but I was supposed to flip and see that movie. I heard was so good, and I'm
It's-
mad
it's-
I haven't seen it yet
it's
because I
the
have to
best
watch Gran
Western.
Torino first. That's
Yeah.
I want to watch that first.
I agree with you. I agree, Wolverine Snicket. I love that name, by the way.
That's a great name.
I don't trust Disney's writers. The Unforgiven it's a classic. It's so amazingly written. I don't see anything like that coming out of Disney, but I see what you're saying. And yeah, it could be done, but
Man, this so looks up my alley. I am going to watch.
you
this
should watch
movie.
it. It's
Oh,
really,
man, this
really
looks
good.
good.
And it's not like a genre I would usually.
1992. That's like the golden era of film,
It is.
man. I'm telling you.
It was
is.
so critically acclaimed. I'm like
Mhm.
mad at myself that I haven't gotten a chance to watch that, but so many
I'm
people
watching that.
heard nothing but good things about Unforgiven. Let's see, Mandy. I think Mandy. I think you're next with T Neil.
Yep, T Neil 89 for $10. Thank you so much, Lavug. My sincere apologies, and I really hope I don't sound abrasive. The super chats are at risk of getting away from you guys tonight. Again, I hope I don't annoy any of you by mentioning it. Sorry if so. Lavug, no, don't you ever apologize for mentioning that we're getting behind on super chats.
No,
you are fine, Lavug. We're sorry they did get away from us tonight.
They did. We kind of wanted Kamran to kind of get his point out, and that seemed like the best time to do it, and then catch up with the rest of the super chats because we were kind of going over.
But also,
you guys are so generous.
Yeah, but also T Neil specifically, man, you've been super generous tonight. So thank you so much for all your super chats.
Absolutely.
Yes, we appreciate you guys more than we could ever tell you. So don't ever apologize for telling us, hey, I sent you money, read my shit. We get
you missed my super chat.
When I send
go ahead and tell us that. Go
Yeah,
ahead and
when
tell
I
us
send
that.
super chats and I gotta wait 2 hours for somebody to read it, I'm like, hey, read
Yeah.
my
You know,
shit, yo. So,
exactly,
no,
because
you are
No.
that's
you
your
are fine, love bug.
hard-earned, or to use a term I like to use, my friends, swindled money. You
Mm.
know, you want that super chat acknowledged. But trust
Yes.
me, we keep an eye and we see them piling up. So
Yes.
we're not going to end the show without
Until we have
acknowledging your
read
super
every
chats.
single one of you guys.
Absolutely,
Yes.
even if
Mhm.
I have to knock back some coffee so I can stay
Mm-hmm.
awake
Exactly. No,
since I've been up since 5 a.m.
yes, we really do appreciate you guys so freaking
Absolutely,
much.
absolutely. So let's see. We have Chaos Sonic 1 for $5. Thank you so very much, my dear. So Monday, Matt is trying to get some drama clout saying that this channel is lying, despite this channel did do research and he did none whatsoever.
Oh, well,
Always,
he's a
always something,
dipshit.
ain't it?
Yeah, he's a
Wait, is
dipshit.
Monday Matt Yarbo?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That one,
Yarbo is gonna Yarbo. Don't worry about it.
yeah.
That's what he does.
Yeah,
He's a chop.
I heard there's some racially insensitive video which I was made aware of. Ooh, with his name
Excuse me?
attached to it.
Really?
Really?
Wait, about you?
No,
Oh.
no. Let's just say that how would we put this? Mocking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice.
it didn't go over well. It was straight
Uh-oh.
it was straight racist, and the quartering called him out on that. So
Oh, damn.
Well, good on them.
yeah, the stuff you find out.
Damn.
Stuff you find out.
Lots of skeletons in these activist closets.
Yeah,
aren't there?
don't let the closet door open. The bones go flying out.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
Nina, you're up next. $1.99. Oh, I think we did that one. Go ahead.
Sorry, which one are we on again?
You're
We-
on Larry. It's going to be at 8:58.
Mhm.
Your time.
Larry, thank you so. Wait, is that the $5 one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the 5, Larry. Larry says, "Why do we keep thinking Disney will do anything good with Star Wars? They killed Luke, Leia, Han, Boba's already dead. Please wake up. Spend no more money." That's what.
Larry. That's kind of where I'm at. Really,
I've been there for a while now.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at too. I just say that I've learned to be quite the sailor to watch things. So I've taken the seas, the high seas a little bit. Almighty. So
Why
but
do you
yeah.
sound British?
Do I sound Damn it, I was trying to sound like a pirate.
Well,
You sounded like a British pirate.
Well,
was
a lot
really
of them
funny.
Well,
were
that's kinda
British
cool.
at the time. They didn't have the distinctive American accent. That didn't come out to like the 1850s.
Well, that's pretty cool. I'll be a
yeah.
British pirate.
You did. You sounded pretty authentic to me, my girl.
That's
It was great.
awesome.
It was great, Mandy.
Larry, it's like Larry, I love you to death. You know I do. Here's
Yeah.
my perspective. One, you're not wrong. Okay, you're not wrong. Disney has screwed the pooch when it has come to Star Wars, and if they've lost you, and it's their own freaking fault. Thinking Disney will do anything good with Star Wars, I don't think. There's some people that think that. I haven't seen any proof in their track record that they know what the heck that they're doing. So I do not expect them to do good. As a matter of fact, I expect them to screw up. I would like to be wrong.
Mhm.
But at this point, I expect them to just keep screwing up as opposed to, putting something out there. As for spending no money, that's really a personal decision. If you don't want to spend money, that is perfectly okay with you. Some people want to spend money. That's perfectly fine. I'm not an
Yeah.
advocate of telling people how to spend their money because one, it's not just Disney Plus that Disney has its tentacles in. They have their tentacles in everything, including most likely your local television affiliate. Because I've seen what they have their hands into in every single annual report, just what they are in. So there's parts of that company that are already dying. Their theme parks aren't getting as much traction. Universal just sent out, I think they announced that it was like their best, most profitable year ever at Universal Orlando with no international travel. Disney's lost
Wow.
money on their parks there.
Wow.
So the way I
That's a
see it,
big
it's like
deal.
that is a huge deal. And Super Nintendo World, is coming.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's not for you. You don't
Wait,
wanna
wait,
do Star Wars
Florida's getting a
Story.
Super Nintendo World.
Yeah,
Oh
girl.
yes, honey.
Girl,
Epic
I can.
Universe.
Oh
4
my God, that
years.
means I can buy
4 to
Princess
5.
Peach merch.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly,
You
girl.
have just literally made my fucking day just now. Oh my, I'm going to do my entire office in Mario. It's going to be amazing.
They're
That's
getting
awesome,
Pokemon. I think
Mandy.
they made a deal with Pokemon. It's going to
Mhm.
start over in Universal Studios Japan, but eventually it's coming here.
Oh, that is freaking
Oh,
awesome.
they already started. Like the Nintendo Land's already open in Japan.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
open in
I saw
Japan.
videos of it and it
Mhm.
looked really, really cool. I just didn't know we were getting one in America.
Yeah,
And close to me too. So that's even more exciting.
Hollywood is getting theirs, I think, next year.
Oh, well, of course
And
they
in
are.
Orlando, we're getting it several years,
No, of course.
several years later. So
Of course, take it
But
to
yours is probably going to
California
be
first.
bigger because it always is.
It always is, yeah.
yeah,
Ours
because we
always end
have
up being
space,
better.
so it's going to be
Mhm.
cool. So it's going to
Yeah.
be cool.
I'm excited.
Let's see, Nina, you're the last millennial for
The
$1.91.
last millennial, thank you so much for the $1.99. Said your sins are forgiven. This was with regards to the super chats being missed.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
So
you, love
thank you, last millennial. That's
Thank
very sweet.
you.
Aw.
Thank
And then we got
you.
Larry for $2. I want to see Mandy. Love seeing Lorena, Nina, and Tom. Aw, love
We
it. Yes,
love
no,
seeing
I
you
will
too.
be Larry. I will be back on camera tomorrow. I have had it's my internet and it's acting really funky. Like every time I turn my camera on, it's on for like 3 seconds and then I freeze and I'm always making a really stupid face when it happens. So I've already called the cable company. They're coming out tomorrow. Get this, between the hours of 7 a.m. and 7 p.m.
Oh
So I
my
need to wait around at the
God.
house for them to
No.
get here
They're
tomorrow.
still pulling that shit. I
They're
can't believe it.
They're
Oh my
still pulling
God.
that shit. But tomorrow night I'm gonna do a stream. And I will have my camera then. I do apologize. I typically would prefer to be on camera. But
Right.
yeah, not just me looking goofy with a stroke face, and that's what you would get tonight. So, which is sad too, because I'm looking.
Well, I
good
mean, the
tonight.
memes would be pretty good,
The
but
memes would be good, yeah, because I make a really good stroke face. But thank you so much, Larry, and I promise I will be back tomorrow. Pinky swear.
Aw.
Can't keep.
Don't make promises you might not be able to keep.
Oh,
Mandy,
I can
'cause what
keep
if the
this.
cable guy doesn't show up? Then you'll be screwed.
Well, if the cable guy doesn't show up, I'm going to walk over to my neighbor's house and ask if I can leech off of theirs for a
Oh, okay.
night.
There you go. That works.
Let's see. We have T Neil 89 again for $5. Thank you. To clarify an earlier point, Horus and Heresy and 40K in general doesn't refer to video games, though there are a few.
Oh.
I'd recommend the audiobooks.
Yeah, like I guess there are some novels as well. Okay, I'm gonna look into this. I'm gonna look into
Okay.
this.
Okay. And Mandy, you're up next with Hillis Mallory.
Yep, Hillis Valley for $2. Thank you so much, love bug. Holla, y'all.
Woot woot.
Thank you,
So
love
glad you got
bug.
this one, Mandy. That was for you.
Thank
was
you.
perfect. Let's see. And we have Douglas Nelson, who has been a member for 6 months as Midnighter. So thank you so very much for supporting the channel that way.
Aw.
And you also, Douglas Nelson also has a $5 super chat for us. So thank you for that too.
Thank you.
Whose power is weaker now, Kennedy or Feige? I'm saying
Ooh,
Feige right now.
I'm going to
mean,
say, I think Cameron would disagree, but from my point of view, I would say Feige.
I would
is-
say
is-
Feige too.
yeah,
on
we're
the
all in
lower-
agreement. Yeah.
Yeah, is on the lower totem pole.
Kathleen
Yeah.
Kennedy's just sitting in a lounge chair like rookie
She's
amateur
a boss.
mistake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
She's
She's the real one in that Boba Fett throne. I tell you that much.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
she's the one wearing the pants in that
Yeah.
relationship, I do believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bend down,
Yep.
kiss her ring, or
Mhm.
And then we had Bro Duke for $9.99 says subscribe to Disney Plus if Boba I'd subscribe to Disney Plus if Boba gets thrown into the Sarlacc pit at the end of every episode and comes back in the next one without any explanation whatsoever.
I would watch
I'd
that
watch
too.
that.
That sounds like a good show, actually, man. That sounds like
I
a
would-
really funny show.
I would literally watch that because it would end up being almost like a South Park thing where
yeah, like
where,
a I killed Kenny thing.
yes,
like,
where
yeah,
Kitty
yeah.
dies every episode except
Yeah.
it's Boba Fett being thrown into the Sarlacc
Or
pit.
the,
No,
you
Oh,
killed
can
Kenny,
you-
you bastards.
you
Can
killed
you
Boba,
imagine,
you
like,
bastard.
Every episode, it's like somebody from a different perspective is seeing them get thrown. in a
That would be
Sarlacc
great.
pit.
That would be. I would watch the
That
hell
would be
out of that.
entertaining. See, that's called creativity, which is sorely missing from whatever is going on over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Let's see. I think that's you, Mandy, for Aiken.
Oh, yeah, Aiken for $7.99 Australian. Thank you so much, Love Bug. Thanks for the stream, ladies. Cameron and Tom, I'm having one of those eye rolling days. Your lovely voices. Oh, it moved on me. Your lovely voices and stories are invaluable right now. Oh, well, I'm so glad that this helps.
Yes, Aiken, man, your
Love you,
day sounds
Aiken.
like mine was this morning
Mhm.
and the rest of the day.
And yours sounds like mine as I'm listening to the cable guy tell me that I gotta
Oh
be
my
home
God.
between 7 and 7.
It's like the hell.
Oh my god.
God forbid I need to go anywhere tomorrow because that's when that asshole's gonna pull up. If I gotta run to the gas station or
Mhm. That's
just
when they'll
anywhere.
show up.
That's
You
when
know
he's
that's
gonna-
when they'll show up. Yeah.
and then they'll
No.
leave. And then they'll
Yeah.
leave before I get back, and it'll be a week before we can get back out there, and then I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, it looks like we have cleared all these super chats. You guys have been so amazingly generous. Again, we apologize for getting behind.
Yes.
A little bit. You guys are just, not that we're complaining, you guys are just so generous, and we want to get to all of them. But before we start to, oh boy, okay, we
One
just
more
had
came
one
in.
we just had one slip in, and oh, just my luck, I get to land on this
oh, I
one.
love this.
Oh, so E. Clay Thomason for $5. Thank you so much, my dear, and for being a channel member here. Boba Fett apparently slipped in and out of that Sarlacc pit like an overlubed suppository. Now who's gonna put him back in?
Oh my god.
That is such a beautiful description. I could see it in my head. Sir, you are an amazing writer with that description.
Man,
right. That was great. Fantastic.
Oh my God. And I
thank
guess
you
we
for
need
that.
to do the Mandy Sutra. And Nina, can I ask you for a big favor tonight?
Sure. What's up?
Because I am not on camera, I would usually give these guys kind of a visual.
Oh, like a demonstration?
Like a demonstration. Would you mind being
got it. I
my
got you.
model this evening for the demonstration? I won't
got you.
I won't make Lorena do it because
Thank
I got
you.
girl.
I
got
love you, girl. All right, Nina, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right,
Let's do
guys.
this. All
Mandy
right.
Sutra. This one's a little risque. This one is
Okay.
a little risque.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
excited. Am I gonna need like any props?
You
or
don't need any
anything?
props for this
All
one.
right.
This one's good. Okay.
right.
So this one, you guys, is called the minivan. Okay. That's when you're tagging your girl doggy style. And then you cram 2 fingers in the front and a fist in the back. So it's like you got 2 people sitting in the front and 5 in the back, just like a minivan.
Like that?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And there we go. You got to do a little punch motion with it, though, because you got to, yes.
Okay.
So
got
there
this.
you go, guys. The minivan. That is the
Do
best
the
way.
minivan. Do the minivan. Okay, I'm done.
Oh my gosh.
That is our Mandy Sacher for the night. I recommend everybody go give your lady
Wait, I
the
feel
minivan.
like there should be a combination name, like Mandy and Nina Sutra.
Yes, yes.
Because I modeled.
The Manina. The
Manina?
Manina Sutra.
The Manina.
That could be our power couple name.
We've been shipped.
We've been shit.
Yeah, I'm proud of all of them.
Oh my god. He loves us.
Hi, Tom.
I do.
Hi, Tom.
Are we caught up
Hey,
with the super
Tom.
chats?
We
Yeah,
are all
did you
caught
like
up,
our
yes.
demonstration of the Mandy Sutra right now?
I missed most of it.
Oh, Tom, that's unfortunate. You'll have to go back so you can know
I
how to
will watch
please.
the replay.
You got to know how to please the ladies.
Yeah.
And Nina showed you the perfect way to do it.
Yeah, it was like a show and tell.
So
and
it
I
was the
showed.
Nina Sutra tonight?
It was I
n-
showed, she told. So it was a show
Yeah.
and tell.
The
Yeah, we're the
combination.
So
Manina
it's show and
Sutra.
tell.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's our show and tell.
Mhm.
Well, that's all that matters now, isn't it?
Seems right.
Mhm.
So does that mean we're caught up with all the stories and everything else?
We are done,
Yes, we
Love.
are. Yes, we are.
All right. So let's plug our wares. Buy Mandy's book and anything else you got to sell, Mandy?
Yeah, just you guys don't forget to go buy my book.
Bye, Mandy's book.
Mandy's book.
I've got Pirate Queen 2 that is now available on Indiegogo, and it's a very, very funny book that I'm doing with Clint Holinsky, where we kind of poke fun at the Star Wars and Star Trek and just how horrible it's all become, with a really, really hot main character with big boobs. It's amazing, you guys. Go check it out. Also, Jack the Ripper Vampire Hunter is still available. And for those of you that have backed Wart the Wizard, do not worry. We are about to start fulfillment here in the next couple of days. So I'm super stoked about that. And please just go hit me up on my YouTube channel. It's Mandy
my.
Summers, and I'm Wart the Wizard everywhere else.
Woo!
You need 10 hands. Holy shit.
Oh
That's a
my
good one.
Okay.
I was laughing at that.
Nina, anything you
Yes,
got coming
sir.
up or you want to sell?
Yeah. This Wednesday on Infinite Talk with John Talks on my channel, we are gonna have Chrissy Mayer as a guest. So come and hang
Ooh.
out.
How
It's gonna
cool
be
is
fun.
that? I
Yeah.
love her.
Very
She's
cool.
so stinking funny.
She's hilarious.
She
So
is. I just love her.
It's gonna be a fun show. John's always funny. I have my moments, and Chrissy, of course, is a freaking riot. So it's gonna be a good show. Everybody, check out Wednesday, 10 Eastern. Thank you.
All right.
And last but not least, Miss Lorena, the producer who makes this all work. You got anything coming up?
Yes, I do. So tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern on my channel, I will have the monthly Anime Girls live stream where we are going to be reviewing season 1 of The Rising of the Shield Hero. So definitely please do come and check that out. Also Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. The Dark Council will be returning, and it will be returning on Drunk 3PO's channel. So remember, different day, Wednesdays
Ooh.
instead of Tuesdays, same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. The Dark Council will be returning to Drunk 3PO's channel. So
And
hopefully-
Abu Nas Prom is gonna drop some sick beats. And what is it Fatal J does with farts? He farts. So
he usually
makes fart
He
jokes.
makes boom boom.
Yeah,
I did
he
get his
does.
video,
Jokes.
I got his comic book in the mail finally.
Oh, you did? You got Ninja
Yay!
Blast?
Yeah, I got it.
That
today.
is awesome.
Did you read it yet?
No, I just got a chance to just open the box and look at it real quick.
Oh, I'm so stinking proud of him.
I did page through it real quick though. Looks good.
Wednesday
Awesome.
is an awesome day. So you got the Dark
Yes.
Council, and then you can come over to my channel and check us out. So there you go.
There you go. We're all stacked up there together.
Woo!
All right. So with that, I think we will bid adieu. Everybody take care of yourselves and each other. Check out the ladies'
Ooh,
channels.
one more thing.
Oh, yes.
thing.
Yes.
Just happy Dia de los Muertos to you
Oh, yeah.
Mexicans out there. So, and if you are in Mexico, be safe out there. Dia de los Muertos. Thank
And
you.
don't go
There
to
you
the
go.
Mercado del Muerte.
No.
Yeah, the
Because
Mercado
that's-
del
don't
Muerte,
do
no
that.
bueno.
No
yeah,
bueno.
that's
No bueno.
the murder mart. You don't
Yeah.
you don't want to shop there.
What's this about carne asada? I like carne asada. I really like
Thank you, Rudy.
tacos and burritos. You ever have a
Hey.
chimichanga?
I like those.
I
Mhm.
like
They're
chimichanga.
all right.
I like
They're
chimichanga.
all right.
All
Why
right.
do they
Okay.
call them chimichangas?
Who freaking knows?
I don't
Maybe it
get
was made by a guy named Chimichanga.
That's a stupid name.
I agree.
What's
Oh, but you
that,
can name your kid Jimmy Chonga, and that would be
maybe-
kind of cool.
Maybe his name was Jimmy. That makes more sense.
Maybe.
Maybe we
That
should
is
go.
that is on point with the Brando. I agree,
Yes.
Miss.
It
That is
is. It's very good.
absolutely-
It's very good, Tom.
Maybe we should end the show.
Maybe we should.
I
do it.
Maybe we
think
should.
we
That's an offer
should.
I can't refuse.